An emoji graphic that I need to load up?
No. No, we're not doing the poll today.
This is as high as it's gonna get, right? All right, we should be good. Probably going live in a second.
Okay.
What would you like me to talk about?
So we're talking about the Jennifer Garner story where she said she wouldn't choose this celebrity life for her kids. And so we just wanted out of the riff on just like, would you choose having the kids in the spotlight and all that kind of stuff?
Understood.
I think we're good.
Do I say welcome to the show? What the date is?
They're watching right now.
They are not watching right now. Oh.
Yeah.
Chris and I just had our first fight. Okay. Hi guys, Jen Wiederstrom here. I'm helping warm up the seats of the noon show here in Denver. And we kind of wanted to get into a little bit a big topic that's trending right now, and it's Jennifer Gardner, and she's kind of gone on record saying that she wouldn't have chosen this celebrity life for her kids. And I kind of first have to say, Jennifer, don't be so hard on yourself. I don't think anybody realizes what the life will be like until you start living it, and you're kind of faced with what that looks like, what that feels like, what the repercussions are as you go through time, as they grow up. But it's an interesting question. Should you be thinking that far ahead? I even think personally, I'm single, I have no kids, but if I continue to do work in the public eye, if I continue to do Biggest Loser and I continue to do more, would that affect my decision to have a child because I don't want to raise my kids that way? So Al Jackson, hi honey.
Hey.
I just kind of got it started about talking about Jennifer and basically saying in the inverse, I'm single, I don't have any children, but I'm in the public eye. If I continue to do Biggest Loser and more on television here and all the other work, would that edit or change my decision to build a family because of that? So, and I kind of just said I won't know unless you're in that scenario to know the difference.
Right. I think a lot of the decision comes with, as a parent, are you making a decision for your child that they might not be making for themselves? We were talking yesterday about Malia Obama and her kissing her boyfriend at college, and we're talking about it on a national TV show because somebody decided to tape it because that's the life that she unknowingly signed up for.
Yeah.
And is that fair?
Well, and it's funny. Thank you. We'll just keep doing this one. I feel like I was someone that was so self-critical and so hard on myself that to have other people being as critical would have made it really hard for me to try to find a sense of normalcy or identity. There's I think this process of discovery we have as teenagers and, well, I guess any age. I'm 35. I'm still discovering. But is that taken away because of the spotlight? Or can it be done? There's couples out there with Ava Mendes and
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Right. I've never seen photos of their kids. They're very private about their life. Can it be done? I'm not sure.
Right. It seems like, I guess it can be done, but let's just use you for example. Let's say you have a daughter or even more a son, and let's say they go through the phase that I went through, being a chubby kid.
Yeah.
And when they go to school, it's like your mom is a fitness trainer and you have a belly. That's
Wow.
what they're waiting for. That's what's waiting on them, because no matter what happens, your kids are going to have to deal with life, and unfortunately, life has good and bad aspects to it.
Yeah, and that's a good point because I grew up with parents. I'll hold it for you to do that. I grew up with parents that honored strength in self, strength in our point of view, strength in knowledge. And then I never looked at my body. I was never told, I was taught healthy portions, but you know what I mean? I was able to grow up and know who I was and have a resiliency around me when it came to photo shoots and photographers like, can you suck your stomach in more? Can you do more? Can you lose weight? Can you be less muscular? And that still affects me, right. But I've gotten better. I actually said, I just did a photo shoot for Shape Activewear, and it's a new clothing line that's I'm now the face of, and it was the first photo shoot I've ever been a part of that I didn't feel like I had to be embarrassed about my shape or size, because the whole brand is about any size, any woman, but you can be on your fitness journey with us. But 1 out of 10 years of photo shoots was I comfortable in.
Right. Well, this is going to be something that I think every entertainer and everybody that just has a different kind of lifestyle, even if you're just active in the military. Whatever you do, if you're a family of people that are circus performers, whatever the family business is, are you unknowingly bringing your kid into it without giving them the option of choosing their own path. And I mean, that's always going to be a question. So we want to hear from you guys there at DBL Nation. I mean, this conversation is going to go on forever and ever. So please hit us up on our Facebook page and let us know what you think. Thanks, guys.
It's Tuesday, November 21st, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now. CBS has officially fired Charlie Rose less than 24 hours after 8 women accused him of sexual harassment. We'll have the latest on the fallout next. The Dancing with the Stars finale is tonight, and fans are thrilled to watch as the final 3 couples battle it out for the Mirrorball trophy. Lenore tweets, "It's like choosing my favorite child."
Are you single and ready to mingle, or are you fine not mingling? A new study says women are more content being single than men. That's in today's Top 5.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, November 21st, and we are the only live daytime show talking breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. Let's get this thing kicked off with the top 5 trending topics you need to know with my girl, Sam Shocker. Take it away, girlfriend.
Thank you so much, Erica. We are live. I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big bro, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson.
What's up, Sam?
What's up? And I'm Sam Shocker. We are a trending news and entertainment show that is live and covers what is happening right now. Check out our entire DBL team. Yes, we are in the studio ready to cover news the moment it breaks. And breaking right now, CBS just fired Charlie Rose over those sexual harassment allegations. The departure marks the downfall of one of television's most revered journalists. CBS this morning enjoyed its greatest success ever thanks to the anchor team built around Charlie, Gayle King, and Norah O'Donnell. And Gayle actually talked about it this morning. Watch.
I've enjoyed a friendship and a partnership with Charlie for the past 5 years. I've held him in such high regard, and I'm really struggling because what do you say when someone that you deeply care about has done something that is so horrible?
Wow. Yeah.
You can see the pain on her face. I mean, we all work together. We know it's not just the camera time. This is the smallest amount of time. We're together all the time. I see you guys from 7:45 in the morning to 6:05 at night. And I mean, I don't know how long the show's been going, but I mean, it's like losing a family member.
And this has been going on for a long time. So it's kind of weird to me that that you wouldn't get any kind of hint that he might have been doing this at all throughout all the years.
Yeah, that's surprising to me too. You know, I don't want to love Gayle King into this. I mean,
me neither.
She's a victim as well, just being collateral damage, being that's her co-host.
Sure.
But I feel like I know you two, and of course you too, Ebony, but I'm speaking of the male perspective, you two so well that if someone told me that, I'd be like, there's no way. I know Al's character. I know Jeff's character. So, yeah. I mean,
I don't know. She might not know anything either. I'm just speculating here, you know? But it just seems to me like if you worked with someone so long, you kind of get a hint of what's going on.
Abby?
Right. Well, I was going to say 36 women that were all former workers on SNL wrote a letter in support of Al Franken.
Really?
And they said they never experienced any inappropriate behavior, and they say Al, to them, comes off as a family man.
Okay, interesting. Right. Yeah. Well, there you go. All right, the verdict is still out. We are live, and we want to go right to digital producer Kelly Schubert because she has news happening right at this moment.
We do. We've got some big breaking celebrity news happening right now. Gwyneth Paltrow is engaged. So Us Weekly reports that after 3 years of dating, Paltrow and her boyfriend Brad Falchuk, they are ready to tie the knot. The couple met on the set of Glee, which was co-created by Falchuk. Sources say the couple has already taken their engagement photos, and they're just waiting to make the announcement on Paltrow's website, Goop. I'll let you know when we've got the official announcement. Back to you.
Thank you so much.
I wonder how much those wedding photos cost on Goop. I'm sure they're $3 million. That overpriced
Be careful if you click on it. Yeah, might charge you.
Yeah, exactly. There goes my bank account. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, trending right now, it all comes down to tonight for Dancing with the Stars. After last night's elimination of Drew Scott, there's only 3 stars left. Frankie Muniz, Jordan Fisher, my fave, and Lindsey Sterling. Both Jordan and Lindsey ended last night with perfect scores. No surprise there. So who do you think will win the Mirror Ball? I say Jordan Fisher, and a lot of people say it's not fair because he is a professional dancer. Right. Should he even have been cast in the first place?
But think about it. If we excluded all the people in Hollywood that have had some experience on stage, dancing, singing, even Christy Yamaguchi won one year because she's an ice skater.
Which is very similar, and she was a gold medalist winner, right?
That's right. And so I just think I'm down for Jordan as well. Even though a lot of people think are rooting for for Frankie Muniz.
Everybody's rooting for Frankie, but I don't
everyone's
know.
rooting for Frankie because I'm not.
I just want to say this to follow up on your question. I don't think it's fair that a professional you're talking about some stage experience. That's fine. I've had stage experience as a stand-up comic, but I have 2 left feet. I'm not dancing.
Have you ever done like a musical or a play in high school or college?
No, never.
Have you, Jeff?
Never. And even
like
that, I wouldn't feel like would be an unfair advantage to comparing a musical in high school to a professional dancer. Do you know how good you have to be to be like, I dance for a living?
But I do,
and to go up against regular people, I don't know if it's fair.
Though. Like,
but I do think the judges do take that into consideration, right, Ebony?
They do take it into consideration, but a lot of people feel like athletes shouldn't even be a part of it, even though they're not dancers.
They're committed, they're driven.
They have more athleticism.
Let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, our co-host Jen was on American Gladiators. Would you think it would be fair if a professional athlete or a CrossFit person was able to do that against a regular plumber?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because one has experience and the other one doesn't.
That's my point.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Did you see what Al did right there?
How did you let that happen?
We will be covering, obviously, the winner tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. All right, moving on. Trending in entertainment. David Letterman, wipe that smile off your face, Al.
He's so
received
happy.
the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. David was there with his family, and last year's recipient, Bill Murray, came out dressed as a king. Check it out.
You will be able, as the Twain, to walk up to any man or woman and take a burning cigar from their mouth and finish it. You will be able to board any riverboat. This suit is going to be waiting for you backstage.
I love Bill Murray more than anybody.
I was going to say, I don't know many people that do not hold him revered as a comic. He is hilarious.
Well, you know what this made me think about, guys? It's like, it's weird that we did the Al Franken story 2 stories ago before we got to this. But it's like David Letterman went through the same scandal with his interns, and here we are watching him being honored.
But wasn't his, if my memory serves me correctly, Maureen?
More as a blackmail.
But wasn't he, in front of it. His was consensual as opposed to Al Franken's wasn't consensual. Those are 2 totally different things.
It's totally different. I'm just saying that there is an ability to recover from scandal.
One's consensual, one's not. A lot of people will forgive cheating. Look at
look at Mel Gibson though. His stuff was pretty.
You can't compare Mel Gibson to his scandal with the
Mel Gibson
things
was very abusive on those voicemails.
Abusive is a lot different.
He's in the #2 movie in the country right now.
Yeah, but it took him what, like a decade to bounce back?
I'm saying, but in a matter of time can pass.
Here, let me change the subject a little bit. Why is it called the Mark Twain Award? Was he funny or something? Seriously.
That's a good point.
That is it. Anybody know?
Good point. Everybody thought he was trying to be funny.
Nobody's talking about sexual scandals anymore.
He's a what? He was a humorist. He was a humorist.
Oh, Mark Twain.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you say when you're not funny. I'm a humorist.
Are you a comedian?
No.
We got to move on to the next story, you guys. Jeez and knees. A new study trending right now out of the UK reveals women are happier being single than men. All the ladies! Here's what the study says. 61% of single women feel content on their own, compared with 49% of single men. All the single ladies, all the single ladies.
All right, here, can I say something?
Do you think that's true, Sam?
Yes, I do. I think women are more content now.
If you asked 100 people in a different scenario,
here you go with your study.
They're going to have a different answer. It's going to have a different answer.
They consider variables. That's what you do. They do consider different variables.
With the single men you know and the single women you know, who would you say is more content?
I have a ton of male friends that are single and they're like pushing 50. They're in their late 40s. They love it. They love it. They love their apps. They love doing their thing. I don't know what this study says, but I just know a lot of my guy friends are happy being. They don't want to be.
Ebony, do you feel like your single friend?
That's LA, by the way.
I don't think my single female friends or single women that I know are very happy. I mean, not that they're unhappy.
I disagree. I disagree.
What? Okay.
I saw the coming in hot. At the same time, I was like,
think about how many women come to. Have you ever had like single friends come to you as guys and say, "Gosh, if you have any good friends, let me know. I want to meet somebody."
My male friends.
We got to get to the coming in hot, you guys. I'm sorry. Pop culture guru Tori Shulman with a new trending story coming in hot.
This is hard-hitting news, guys. A Japanese game show is coming in hot, and the internet can't get enough of it. It's called Slippery Stairs, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bunch of people trying to climb some slippery stairs. Take a look.
小峠が一歩ずつ確認をするノーションを確認作業全員いった
So so sorry. All right, 6 contestants in different colored skin-tight bodysuits, all trying to climb the slippery staircase in front of a live audience. What more can you ask for? I'm so sorry. It slipped. Back to you guys.
I want that show to come here.
First of all, I know I shouldn't say this, but the only show that I will watch over that show is this show. That's how much I want to watch that show. That's the greatest show ever. What a
Daily
great
Blast
idea.
Live covers trending stories and breaking news right as it happens. Erica Cobb, what's coming up?
The question is, was hush money used in the case of Ryan Seacrest allegations? There are new details on that in the case against him, plus new mom and wife Serena Williams in a brand new commercial. But whose baby is she holding? And Al sounds off on this incredibly cute video. A toddler asleep at the wheel must have had too many chocolate milks. But first, Ebony Steele has your 2 choices for today's SmackDown.
An article in USA Today is trending because it claims that grown-ups shouldn't get gifts. It got us debating, should you give adults Christmas presents? Or, cursive handwriting is making a return in more school districts, so we want to know, should schools still teach students cursive? Head over to dailyblastlive.com to vote live on which topic you want to hear in today's SmackDown.
Hi guys, how's it going? Happy Thursday at DBL. Yesterday was Wednesday, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, you get it. So I'm with Connor here and we're talking about more celebrity news that's trending that we just kind of uncovered, and it's kind of really juicy.
It is, yes. So, well, The Weeknd and Katy Perry are fueling romance rumors right now. They were seen at a West Hollywood restaurant called Madeo Restaurant on Monday night, and this is only days after The Weeknd was seen exiting Bella Hadid's apartment. So it's kind of interesting, and this is also, you know, a week or so after Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber got back together.
So are they just friends at dinner, or
I don't know.
Or are they fueling perhaps rumor around it? Like, I mean, I'm just wondering if he's just stoking the fire a little bit because of the breakup, or maybe it's just dinner. Give us your DBL take. Is it drama or just dinner?
Drama.
We already know his vote. You can just skip him. All right, Kelly, so this is a story actually we started talking about yesterday with Beyonce, and I'll let you tell them all the good news.
So Brett, close your ears because Beyonce has just beat Taylor Swift. So Forbes magazine has reported that Beyonce is the world's highest paid female musician.
Doesn't that make sense, though?
It does.
It's not a contest.
I'm honestly
Okay.
surprised that
The
that
Swiftie,
wasn't
just
already,
ignore him.
Yeah, I'm just honestly surprised. Beyonce is such a dominating power in this industry.
Well, it's also length of time. I think that isn't there some formula that we should have Jeff do a girl singer versus the boy band formulation. But the reality is that the time on tension that Beyonce's had in the industry. I mean, Taylor's been going a while too, but this kind of makes more sense to me.
Yeah, and obviously they take into account brands and endorsements that they have.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of competition there, but both
Queen
are
Bee.
powerful. Exactly.
Hello. Okay, and of course, this is Brett, the Swiftie, and we're only letting him talk today after that comment because we're going to talk about your viewer comments. We want to know what you guys are talking about and what your questions are.
Yeah, so a couple I see here just related to that women are happier being single.
Oh, well,
let's
lately,
see.
yes. My answer is yes.
Annie Bloom says, I'm single right now, but I would eventually like a relationship.
I'm with
I
you,
feel
Annie.
ya. Yeah, I feel you.
Well, we're all just a bunch of girls talking
Yeah.
about a relationship.
But Kelly Floyd says, I am a single woman and I am much happier alone. So
I think we're
I feel
happier
ya,
alone
yeah.
until we run into the right guy. That's just my DBL take. See you next commercial break.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where comedian Al Jackson rants and raves about the craziest stories he can find on the internet with a little help from our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, Erica. That's right. We're here with everyone's favorite segment and everyone's favorite comedian. This is Al Sounds Off, and this is comedian Mr. Al Jackson.
What's up, brother? How are you?
How's it going, brother?
Dude,
I
happy
feel good.
Tuesday, yeah.
Woo, one more day closer to Turkey Day, buddy.
The turkey is coming. Don't get me started.
All right, Al, you're a fashionable guy. Look at you. You look fantastic
at you. You look
today.
great as well, brother. I think we're killing it today, man.
What do you
I'm
think
liking
about,
it.
What do you think about, well, thank you. What do you think about the woman in this next video?
Now, Jeff, I'm loving this video because this woman got her clothes painted on her. My first question was like, who ever told me that that was a job you you could paint hot chicks. I was a busboy at MC Sweets in Cleveland, Ohio. My guidance counselor didn't tell me about this job, and I missed out. But I love this video because this woman walks around the mall, and she has no pants on. Her pants are painted on her. You usually have to steal something to get followed around the mall, but this girl is just hot. And I'm loving this video because it inserts a perv right there. He's just creeping on her, as malls are known to do. And this girl is shocked to realize, hey, you're butt naked. But you know what? It was an awesome video. We love this girl. Let's keep it moving to the next one.
And who knew Al was a good painter?
Yes.
All right, Al.
All right.
Who doesn't like a good nap? Am I right?
I love naps.
I love them. Well, you're going to love this next video, Al. Check this out.
This is so cute. Now, Jeff, I'm just loving this kid. He's the ring bearer, and he's asleep at a wedding. Now, when I did that, it landed me in the defensive driving class, but this kid's cuter than me. And he's reinforcing the thing that I want to tell every man out there. Weddings are super boring. So I appreciate this kid, and we're going to move on to your final video of
your
the
family's
day.
behind us,
I know.
isn't
My
it?
wife's I can feel her staring a hole through me. All right, let's get to the final one, Jeff.
All right, Al. What do we got going on?
Well, I just love this. We have a lot of jokes, but usually we have something really cool for you today. Let's take a look at this video.
Wow.
We have a live llama in studio.
I meant here, not there.
Now, now, I don't know if you know that llamas are emotional support animals, and they do weddings, they do birthday parties. You can just have them at a regular party. Llamas are super cool. They're docile. They're awesome, and they're loving creatures. So, Jeff, we brought this because we know today is Jordan's birthday.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to give her a birthday llama. How about that?
Really?
Cousins of DBL.
Oh,
Everybody, how about a hand for that?
This is a surprise.
Yes. All right, so go pet the llama.
So come over here.
Jordan, happy birthday.
Go give it a little hug on
And
this
did
side.
we get the llama's name?
Wow.
Tomasito.
Tomasito.
So Tomasito's 14 years old. He doesn't like being touched on the butt, but nobody does. And he's a very, very low drama llama.
This is a surprise.
All right. Well, I want to pet Tomasito.
There you go.
Whoa.
He's fine. He's fine.
Oh, he's very fine.
Wow, this was all for the birthday llama?
Yes, this is the birthday. So tell
Happy birthday,
tell
Jordan.
Tell your wife happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jordan. We love you. We got a birthday llama. That's a pretty good
everybody
gift.
say hello to Tomasito the llama.
Yes.
Oh, all right, Tomasito, I think we got to go. But let's give a big DBL shout out. Thank you guys so much, and thank you everyone here. That's my shout out. But let's give a big shout out to the White House. President Trump just pardoned 2 lovable turkeys named Wishbone and Drumstick. It's an annual tradition that goes back 7 decades. The turkeys will live out their twilight years at a place called Gobbler's Rest. That's great. At Virginia Tech. Good for them.
All right.
And do we have some new revelations in the Ryan Seacrest scandal? That's coming up. And listen up, women. That wasn't for Ryan Seacrest. This is for the next part. 7-Eleven unveils a brand new makeup line. Every product under $5. How does it look? Tori puts it to the test. And Erica Cobb, the SmackDown's coming up, right?
That's right, Jeff. Now, if your wife gets a llama, what do you get for your birthday? Can't wait to find out. But first, we need you at home to go to dailyblastlive.com and vote on today's trending topic for what you believe should be today's SmackDown. Should you give adults presents for Christmas, or should schools still teach cursive? Go right now and vote.
Go ahead. Lay it on us, Leo. Hey, so trending on Twitter right now, Jay-Z shared some very nice words of inspiration with a young fan. Here's the words exactly he told her. At this very moment, America is way more sexist than they are racist, but you, young lady, you got the potential to be the next president of the United States. You believe that. And he told her this in the middle of a concert, guys. It wasn't like he pulled her aside after the show or before the show. This was middle of the concert that he actually did this. And it's nice to see that Jay-Z and other hip-hop artists are putting out positive words of inspiration. Just like Chance the Rapper, who's helping out with the education, he's doing his part to help out as well. So it's really nice to see.
Hi everybody. I'm back. I'm still not feeling the best, but I heard you guys were asking about me, so thank you. I'm here. I'm just going to make it through to the holiday. So real quick, Kris Jenner may have just spilled the beans on the pregnancy in the Kardashian camp here. She tweeted this picture thanking Burt's Bees baby for a ton of baby stuff, and I see some pink, I see some blue, I see, you know, we can go either way with the genders here, so like, you know, obviously for more than one kid here. What are you guys thinking? Because
Kris Jenner doesn't do anything by mistake.
It's never by mistake, it's all calculated, you know, so of course everybody, you know, but there's only 3 girl outfits, Penelope, North, and Dream, and we already know Kim is having another girl, doesn't add up, so social media is trying to find out what is going on. Kris Jenner, you are just always dropping hints. As Jason said, everything you does is for a purpose, so we got our eyes on you, Kris.
Yeah, that's so, you know, like Kris Jenner, what did you guys think about the llama? Also surprising. So, that was a whole thing. We're going to put some behind-the-scenes video up on Facebook later, so check that out, and we'll be back.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Just seconds ago, you voted to hear, should cursive still be taught in schools? Now go to dailyblastlive.com and click Vote Here Now to decide which host wins today's SmackDown. Take it away, Sam Shocker.
Thank you so much, Erica. And it really does matter who wins these debates, because the host that wins the most SmackDowns, and tomorrow is the final day, by the way, wins a donation to the charity of their choice. We'll reveal the winner tomorrow. Woo! Very cool. Now, only a few states still teach cursive, but more public schools are thinking of adding it back to their curriculum. This got us debating, should cursive be taught in schools? Here to lead the SmackDown is pop culture guru Tori Shulman with 14 wins.
Yes, baby.
And comedian Al Jackson with a big 1-6. That's right, 16 wins. Ooh. Your vote counts. Tori, oh wow. Maureen, our executive producer, just showed us a big old $100 bill. Yeah.
My charity.
Tori, let's start with you.
First off, I'd like just to talk about something that as a biology teacher he should know. It's called evolution. And language evolves just like humans. And we've changed from stories and scripts, from hieroglyphics to different languages. And now we don't have any sign in cursive. You don't have any instructions in cursive. Nothing is written in cursive. It's a dead language.
Dead language?
Well, I'd like to throw to this video, Tori, before we get started.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh.
Wait,
that is beautiful cursive.
Thank you. Not only is it cursive, not only is it a beautiful thing to look at, there is also a strong connection that scientists have found between language and handwriting, and it stimulates brain activity. So I think you're wrong when you're talking about evolution. So make sure you have your facts correct.
I did. I actually researched it. In brain simulation, you can do the same thing with certain types of music than you can with cursive. It takes up way too much time. I'd rather teach children how to not bully, how to be kind, than teach an archaic type of written language.
Okay.
Well, speaking of archaic, speaking of things that are around for a long time, I'll tell you what.
Don't bring up my age.
I won't. When you look 20, 30 years down the line, are you going to look back reminiscently on an email or on a handwritten letter that somebody thought that sent you that was heartfelt?
I will look at probably an email, because things have evolved, and I'm not in a quill pen in 1890.
Okay, final vote. And it looks like they agree with Al, 78%. But great debate there, Tori.
It was the letter. It was the letter.
It was great. Okay, we are live, so let's go to digital producer Raquel Villanueva, because she's got news at this moment.
The Eagles just announced they will tour again next year. The stadium tour will be done with Glenn Frey's son, Deacon, as part of the lineup. Glenn, who was one of the founding members of the classic rock band, died last year. And joining them is an all-star list of opening acts. Jimmy Buffett, James Taylor, Chris Stapleton will open for the Eagles on select dates of the tour. We posted the dates on our social media pages. Back to you guys.
I'm so going.
I bet you are.
Oh my God. Hell Freezes Over, their reunion was one of my favorite band reunions.
Does it make me a stupid sports fan? I was like, the Philadelphia Eagles are... I really thought it was a story about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Al, forget the Alamo people.
Way to go, cursive!
Are giving the Texas Landmark a run for its money. You won't believe how many people are flocking to Magnolia Market. I want to go. And next, a veteran who's paying it forward. Meet a man who found a new mission to honor fellow vets back from the battlefield. It's amazing.
Promotional consideration is
Hey guys, we are back. Cursive wins. Another day for Cursive.
Oh, Cursive is, look, man, I'm not saying all the time, but like every once in a while to get on like a nice handwritten letter.
I agree.
Where somebody like thought about it, where there's no like short like BRBs, or somebody's like, hey man, here's what's happening with me.
Right.
It kind of means a little bit
It
more.
means a lot more, and except it's really hard to do emojis in cursive.
It was just a sad face. A sad face seems really weird
in cursive.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's great, and I think you deserve that win. I
Thank
think
you.
Tori blew that debate.
Me too. I'm glad you said it, Jason. And you know what? With my 17th win, that locks me up to win.
That's right.
The SmackDown. So
Which is your charity
the
is
Free
the
Clinic of Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm saying this now. I'm going to match whatever the donation is.
Oh, that's great.
So, yes,
Look, you heard it here first.
So we'll
That's
double
amazing.
it up. So that's for you
In
guys.
honor of the holiday. That's so
Yes.
nice.
Anybody watching on WKYC, my hometown of Cleveland, we appreciate you guys. And
What a stand-up
doing a little
guy.
bit for it.
This
Playing
guy.
forward during this holiday season.
Could we explain the llama thing?
Can we
a little
talk
bit?
to the llama?
Yes.
Because I don't understand.
Okay, I didn't understand.
Jeff, you seem stunned.
Okay, I was like, first of all, why is a llama here? First of all,
and why is it for Jordan?
And then why is it Jordan's birthday? But there was a video that didn't play,
Right.
which set up the llama, which is why everyone's probably confused.
Oh, so tell us.
I don't know either. I just found out.
So llamas are not
It
only
was a
emotional
surprise.
support animals, but people have them at their weddings and birthday parties because they're comforting. You can pet them and they're fun.
Right.
So we want to bring
Adorable.
those. Yes, they're adorable. So you can get a llama to come to your party. So if you want a llama like we had here at DBL, you can have that for yourselves.
But did Jordan drop a llama hint?
No, I was completely shocked as well.
We'll find out more.
To Daily Blast Live, daytime's only live show talking trending topics in real time. It's time now for Heart Threads, a story that'll make you want to help others. Today we introduce you to a veteran who took it upon himself to honor fellow vets when others didn't.
This man was inspired by his 3 fathers to build a veterans memorial. After learning his town had virtually no monuments for veterans, Ron Clybourne decided to build one.
They deserve that legacy. I was going to make sure that was going to happen.
Ron's birth father died as a Japanese prisoner in World War II. The dad that raised him fought in Iwo Jima. And his father-in-law is a certified Vietnam War hero. Ron is also a Marine Corps Vietnam veteran. After helping raise $550,000, the military tribute is now a reality.
It just touches my heart and touches my soul every day.
Wow.
Amazing. This reminds me of the trips to DC with my dad, where he'd have us all, do the etch on the wall.
I know.
Yeah.
I never got to do that, but my dad, as you know, was a veteran, also Vietnam, and he lost some friends, as your dad did, in the war, and I've always wanted to do that with him. It's such a beautiful story.
And it's something that lives on, even past everybody else. You know?
I like that this story highlighted that one man saw something that was lacking. That he was like, there's no monuments in my city, and he did something about it. He handled it himself. He didn't say, well, hopefully something happens. He went and handled it himself, and I thought that was really cool.
Well, what do you always say, Al? Think globally, act locally?
Act locally, that's right.
That's what he did. That's exactly what they did. All right, it's the great debate. How early is too early for Christmas decorations?
Never.
Depends on who you ask. But you may want to start decorating now. And brand new reports of a multi-million-dollar hush money settlement in the Ryan Seacrest scandal. If you're leaving us, you can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey guys, so we're gonna go talk to Tori, who bonded with the llama a little earlier. Hey, Tori. So how was the llama before the occurrence?
So much drama. No, I was kidding. No, so he actually, Jody, who comes with Llama Llama Ding Dong Hiking, which is the cutest thing in the world, she came with 2 llamas, Carlos and Tomasito. They are a pack animal, which means they like to be together. But Carlos was spitting a little, so we just decided to take Tomasito. And he is very mellow. He's 14 years old, chill. And they told me stay on the left side and give him a little hug, little warm hug. He likes being held. Does not, like I said, not on the butt. Again, we're talking about sexual harassment things, and no joke, but be careful where you put your hands, for real. He kicks in the butt. If he has a regurgitation sound, I'm gonna give you an example, Jason.
Okay.
It's gonna go. That sound, I'm sure if you guys have pets, you know that she says that's the indication Tomasito is going to be Tomaspito. He's going to spit at us.
They're spitters. You were right. Some of you were asking.
Some of you were. But I fed him some grains, and when they got off the truck, you have to be in front because they jump off the train like a galloping reindeer, and it was phenomenal.
I think it's crazy they travel in packs, so I did not know that. Like, they have to travel together, which is crazy. You always have a backup llama.
Always have a backup llama. They call it the Dalai Lama. You could do a lot of jokes with that. Also, the eyelashes. We're going to have them on again, and I wear falsies, I'm sure have you known. The lashes on Tomasito to die for.
Natural.
It's Maybelline, or is it the llama? I don't know.
Maybe he got them at 7-Eleven.
It's easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. We are going to show that. It's amazing. But really and the fur, the hair was almost like an alpaca, very soft, nice, and the eyeballs rotate in the orbit 360 degrees. So we were a little concerned about the lighting, but I was so into the llama that I didn't care.
They did really well.
They did well.
Kudos to the llamas.
And
I don't
to
know if an
Jody.
alpaca would have done as well, I'm going to be honest.
No, I'll pack up my best outfit to leave here because...
That's enough with the puns.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
3, 2...
It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers breaking news and top trending stories that are happening right now. We are live in the DBL studios where our team is busy tracking the top stories and videos right at this moment, as well as the top feel-good stories trending right now. A big congrats to Kevin Hart and wife Aniko Parrish. Early this morning, they welcomed their son, Kenzo Cash Hart. Kevin tweeted, "God is truly amazing." Norman the scooter dog is feeling the love. Fans have poured nearly $25,000 into a GoFundMe page as he fights cancer. Norman holds 2 Guinness World Records for being the fastest dog on a scooter and a bike. And Pink has just dropped the new video for her song, Beautiful Trauma. And it features a dancing Channing Tatum. Check it out. Pink knows what she's doing on this one. Sam Shocker, back to you.
That's right, Erica Cobb. The sun has risen with that video. Joining me is media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big bro, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson with the salty Al face already. Let's get right to it. Okay, new details, serious story, new details at this hour about the woman accusing Ryan Seacrest of inappropriate behavior. Team Z is reporting that she demanded $15 million to keep quiet and that the former stylist and her attorney read a press release to Ryan's team that they would release if they weren't paid. Her lawyer denies making a $15 million ask and says she wanted an apology, just an apology for the behavior, and Ryan denies the entire claim.
There's a lot going on here.
Ebony, you made a face. Your face said what my brain was thinking.
What?
I'm just like, it's just like, look, there's no like, oh, I misconstrued. You wanted an apology and you wanted $15 million. Right. Like, you don't mess up when somebody asks you for $15 million.
Right.
You wanted the money, whatever happened. You wanted some hush money. People want hush money, but just call it what it is. Don't say you want an apology.
I want to know what the inappropriate behavior was. She was a stylist, I guess, much like our own. Thank you. You can clap again. Much like our own Hannah Moon.
Yep.
But like, do you think he was verbally abusive? Because I think if it was sexual, are we to assume that she would say that?
You know what? I don't know. And rather than speculate, I do want to go back to your point, Al. What if she just wanted an apology and Ryan Seacrest's side had put this out there to villainize her, that she was looking for money? Because that immediately
that will work against his own interest.
No,
because he'd be propagating the story.
No, a lot of people out there think
TMZ is the only one claiming this. Her lawyer isn't and she isn't.
A lot of people out there, we saw this with Lisa Bloom and her client, a lot of people out there would assume that if someone is asking for money, then their claims aren't as serious or validated or justified. So perhaps they're trying to get ahead of this by putting that out there, which would be inaccurate. We don't know.
We talked about Taylor Swift. I know we got to keep it moving, but Taylor Swift sued for $1 because it wasn't about money. She wanted justice.
We don't know if she's suing for any money. We don't know if she's suing for money.
I'm just saying it's very hard to misconstrue $15 million.
How do you know it's not made up? That's all I'm saying.
I don't. You're right.
Okay.
I do not.
All right. A new ad. We're going to move on. A new ad from Gatorade features a glowing Serena Williams and a baby. Take a look.
Baby girl, I won't mind if you play tennis badly. I won't mind if you choose to never pick up a racket. So keep playing, my girl.
Aww.
I love that.
I just want to cry. I just want to curl up in a ball and cry. Reminds me of my Sophie.
She plays tennis? Who cares?
It was a beautiful. Anyways, we'll get to that. Here's the thing, though. That's not Serena's baby. It's a 3-month-old stand-in. on the shoot of the day, the real baby Alexis wasn't feeling well, so they had a stand-in baby. I don't care if it's a stand-in baby or not. That's a beautiful commercial.
Right.
It really speaks to how motherhood is unconditional. She don't care if she's going to play tennis or not. Al.
Do you care if Sophie plays tennis?
No, but
okay, then I don't hear you announcing every time you walk into the studio.
But she is Serena.
She has Serena's genes.
What are you upset about? Right? Let's just take it nice and slowly.
I just don't understand why she picked. First of all, it wasn't her baby. Second of all, she's telling somebody she doesn't know if they don't care if they play a sport that they probably won't play.
That would
so
be
what
a
are we talking
question.
about?
That's a great commercial because people would want to know if Serena would want her daughter to play tennis like she did.
And she has Serena's genes, so really she could be the next big tennis player in the world. So that's pretty selfless.
Let's go back
of Serena to say.
What about couldn't they reshoot? Like, it's Serena Williams. It's her baby. It's her. Can't they be like, listen, she's sick today.
Well,
Let's do it next week?
Think about all the crew, the cast, all the crew that shows up. Come on now.
This baby.
But then think about all the residuals you're missing out on, you know, as the baby.
That's true. That's true.
But how would you feel? Would you be a little, if the baby's 3 months old, right?
Yeah.
Like, how would you feel about Sophie being on a set with a whole bunch of different people? Do you think it could be just that?
Yeah, because it's not only that, it's the fact that they only have like an hour of awake time at that point.
Right.
So if they miss that awake time, they start getting really fussy, and you need to put them down for their nap. So maybe that's it.
That's it.
So this is more of a baby napping segment
A
than
nap is
anything.
priceless.
It's a commercial.
It's not.
Yes, it is priceless.
I'm even a little confused at what you're doing.
We're going to the next story. Watch what you say, new parents. A new study just released from Duke University shows that babies as young as 6 months old, oh my God, Sophie's almost there, can understand a lot more than you'd think. Ooh, so watch your mouth.
I think every parent is like, wait, what did I say last night?
Yeah, that makes me think, I mean, I really got to be cognizant because, yeah, they are little sponges.
Right.
So do you think it's more of the, not the words, but more of the tone they can kind of tell?
There's my little Sophie. I think
understanding everything.
Oh, I think it is probably the words and the tone. I think it would probably be both. Look at all these pictures.
Do you think that it's more about like word
Lawson
association?
was in there, but he got edited out because there's too many in Sophie.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, Lawson made it.
Bugaboo.
That's your cue to make sure.
That's the face when Lawson first realized what Jeff's really saying.
Yeah.
Daddy, watch your mouth.
When I see Lawson, how come you don't react that way when you see Sophie?
I was trying to think what he was thinking.
Me. I'm gonna remember that one.
Because if you would have did one, I would have. By the fifth one, I was like,
to do it.
I'm glad y'all announced that those were your kids because Al might have said something not so nice if he didn't know whose babies they were.
Are you gonna watch what you say now? Are you gonna watch what you say?
I try to.
I'm gonna try
and once
really
in a while,
hard.
like something will slip out. But then I realize I just think sometimes like, he might be catching on to this stuff, you know, and I've known my friends' kids to have them catch on to stuff. So
you don't want them repeating some of those words, folks.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Okay, here's Jeff's favorite story. This one's for all the early Christmas decoration haters. A psychologist is now saying that putting up your tree and your lights early can make you happier.
See?
All right. Research also has shown that. Okay,
I'm excited about that.
Research has also shown that decorating the outside of your house makes you seem friendlier to neighbors. That's important for you, Al.
Yeah, well,
that's important for you.
I think just lighten up. I mean, Christmas time, everybody obviously is daylight savings, so it gets darker earlier. It's usually cold, depending on where you live in the country.
There you are.
You need some lights. Yeah, look at that. That's little Christmas love right there. You get unwrap 3 black kids for Christmas this year. You know.
And I will say too, I'm one to follow the calendar. I really am. But on Friday, I'm going to put everything up because if you wait too close to Christmas, then you get a little anxious. So I believe this study.
Wait, let me ask you this, Eb. When do you take them down?
Well, my parents, you're supposed to take your Christmas decorations down by the 1st of the year. I don't know if it's superstition or what.
Right.
I'd say by the 5th.
But it's still
they say the 1st.
Like, let's say you come over to my place and it's like January 15th and my lights are still up. Do you judge me?
I'll just say, what's up with your lights?
You okay?
I'm like, are you running a after hours club or something? Like, what's going on?
That's how I let people know I'm open for business.
I put mine up the day after Halloween. That's when,
when
it goes up in my house.
So you don't celebrate Thanksgiving then?
I totally do. I just have a way better time than everyone else because my Christmas lights are up.
Yeah, Jeff. I appreciate that statement.
It's almost like remodeling your home a little bit. You know what I mean? So it probably does make you feel a little happier.
A little festive. I get it.
It's 2 months out of the year. I don't mean to dwell on this, but It's 2 months out of the year. Everyone's happier. Everyone gives more. Everyone says hello more. Everyone says Merry Christmas. I hope you have a good New Year. People volunteer. People give away more. Cool. So why doesn't everyone take that attitude and use it all year round?
Yeah, and don't be salty.
Let's wait 1 year. Let's wait 1 month and be miserable the other 11.
Is that a garbage can?
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
No one's even listening anymore.
Okay,
I was listening.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Jeff's Rants. Chip and Joanna Gaines have put Waco on the map. Their Magnolia Market in the Silos is expected to get more tourists and visitors than the Alamo this year. Every week, the Gaines retail store gets, oh my goodness.
No one's going to the Alamo.
Okay, can I finish?
All right.
30,000 visitors from all over the country, and the market isn't even open on Sundays. We have like 20 seconds to discuss. I'm going to give it to you, Al. What?
I just think that Chip and Joanna are really capitalizing. They just put their stuff next to places that stink.
What about
They didn't put it next to Disney World. They put it next to some places somewhere no one wants to go to the Alamo. That's like by default.
You think the Alamo
Since Pee-wee went there.
Look, would you go to the Alamo if you were in San Antonio?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course I would. Of course I would.
Sam.
With all seriousness, of course I would go to the Alamo.
And look at what? The place of a horrible situation?
I like to learn, Al.
Okay, we all know what happened.
Yeah,
It's a
I
figure
know
of
it
speech.
is. It actually is a terrible situation, absolutely.
Okay,
but I would still like to go and learn.
Are you getting serious about the Chip and Joanna
Where
story?
else should we go?
All
Where
right.
else should we go?
Guys, let's follow Tori Shulman. She's got a new trending story coming in hot.
Right, we're
Tori,
sorry,
please
Maureen.
save us.
I'm sorry. The llama had less drama than Al. Seriously, I swear to God. All right, champagne is always coming in hot, and many will be sipping champs on Thanksgiving. But did you know you're probably doing it all wrong? Food and Wine made a list of the biggest mistakes people make when drinking champagne, and it's not regretful decisions. Take a look. Fascinating. So now you know that's how you do it. Be fancy, drink some champagne, but always celebrate responsibly, ladies and gents. But more importantly, always toast to Daily Blast Live.
That's right. All right. I don't know some of that stuff.
I know. I'm just saying this, like, I'm feeling it to the top. Depending on how many people are at the party, like, you got to do that math. Like, we might be running out of champagne. I need to fill it to the
That's
top.
what I said.
Yes. All right. I'm not classic.
All right,
Is there any left over?
Here at DVL, we love to shine the spotlight on people doing incredible things in life. Erica Cobb, what's coming up?
Well, Eb, we'll meet a high school principal who came from very unlikely beginnings to end up where he did. Dr. Akil Ross was always told he was a subpar student. He even failed 3rd grade. Find out how he became National Principal of the Year. And up next, Sam's Tried and True, co-host Sam Shocker's 3 mom must-haves that make raising a new baby a little bit easier.
We're up at the table. We're talking about.
It was really dope. Can we have Sam admit that you're lying about going to the Alamo? You would go to
The Alamo is terrible because of what happened there.
But
the text.
you know what isn't terrible is our friends at KCEN in Waco, Texas.
That's right.
Right?
Yay.
We share every day.
No, here's the thing. I would want to go and learn about it. I love learning about all those different situations. The only thing that I know about the Alamo is that I believe it was the Army, Mexico's Army invaded that mission there, right? And they brutally killed the Texan residents that were there at the Alamo.
Wasn't that originally Mexico's land, though?
Yeah, but it's still it was a brutal battle that happened there. Right. But I would still want to go, and I really would want to go and learn about it. I swear to God.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would also go to Magnolia Market.
Okay. Which one would you go to
I'd
first?
go to both.
I just want to go to the Alamo to see the basement.
Yeah. Oh, what's in the basement?
That's Pee-wee. I got you.
I miss Pee-wee's Big Adventure, but I don't remember.
I threw a
basement in the
Alamo. Yeah, I threw a Pee-wee out there.
Oh,
not,
right.
Didn't
save it. Didn't save it.
I throw so many things out that people don't grasp, and they just
saved
ignore
it.
me up here because they're busy yapping at each other.
Pee-wee could have saved it.
I liked Large March. She was really cool with
Remember her eyes came
Did
out?
you hear that, Sam?
What?
No, I can't say that because I'm in
been to the
Texas.
Alamo?
It's kind of a disappointment.
Oh,
I think it's important to learn.
It's so important. I'm from Texas. What?
Yeah.
I love my Texas history.
Yeah.
Now, from whenever you get there, you're like walking through like a strip mall, and then all of a sudden you think it looks like.
Well, that's like a lot of.
Is it the original? Like it's a mission, right?
Yes. It's the original.
That's pretty cool.
It is really good.
And do you learn about the battle? Do you learn about the battle that took place there?
You can take a tour of it. It's very short, but yeah, you can.
Is it just like? Did you ever see
Ringing endorsement, Sam?
No,
Sorry, I like
learning.
Nobody here has seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure except Jeffy.
I grew up in California. Did you grow up in California?
The truck driver.
Oh, so in California, there's a ton of missions.
Scariest
In
movie,
4th grade,
in
you
my
learn all about
childhood.
the missions in California. It's a really big deal, and you go and visit the missions. So maybe that's why I have like a thing about learning about missions. just
I'd
'cause
like
it's
to hear
nostalgic
everyone's
for me.
favorite Alamo stories. So send them in, and we'll talk about them in the next break.
Actually, that's a good idea. The Alamo on our next vacation.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now for Sam's Tried and True. New products to help new moms like Sam Shocker. And here to help her out is dad of 3 himself, comedian Al Jackson. Take it away, Ren.
Thanks, Erica. And yes, I too am blown away by my girl, my friend, Sam Shocker. Now, you guys know she's the host of the show, but did you know something more important? She just had a baby. Yes, she juggles all these things because she's a flat-out superwoman. Sam, how do you do it?
I don't know about that, Al. Thank
You
you. These are some of my mommy must-haves, and today I have 3 mommy must-haves that have completely changed my life. No joke, changed my life.
You have 3, so just start with the first one. What's the first?
Okay, so the first one is the Sleep Easy solution, and this is from Jennifer Waldberger and Jill Spivak, and this book has saved my marriage.
Yes.
So it sleep trains your baby in a gentle form. Sophie used to go from, no joke, me rocking her all night, like this. My husband and I fighting, no you take her, no you took her, your turn, your turn, your turn, to her sleeping, homegirl sleeps 7 to 7, 12 hours.
Sam, you remember?
Yes, thank you, you saved my life.
I've had the privilege of knowing you before and after this book, and I told you, because my wife and I went through the same thing, I called it international waters, because you guys say such horrible things to each other because you're both so sleep deprived.
Yes.
So like I see the difference in you now. You're telling me Sophie's sleeping 7 to 7, which should be illegal. A lot of parents are gonna hate you for that. I don't know if we should say that, but it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Parents can have this too. In fact, I have a little home video. Take a look. All right, I just put her down. Let's see, and you put them down awake, which was unheard of to me because she used to always cry. But look at that, see? Literally 10 seconds later, she has her thumb in her mouth. She's either asleep or trying to go to sleep, but no tears. How amazing is that? No joke, 5 seconds later. So everybody needs to get this book. I promise you, it'll change your life. And these are not paid endorsements. These are tried and true products. Yes.
Okay, so that's number 1. Let's go to number 2.
Okay, so number 2 right now, Sophie is teething, and I've tried everything, the Oragel, some other gel things, the teething rings. These have worked. She'll be fussy. She'll be crying. I will squirt this in her mouth. It's all natural. These are all natural. It's like chamomile tea and herbs. We forget that herbs are medicinal. And within moments, she starts to calm down.
Okay, I get fussy and I get cry too.
Okay, then
Can I try?
Try it. Try it. Ready? You have to suckle it. Suckle it, Al. What do you think?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It tastes like water and a little chamomile tea. Let's get to the third thing.
No sugar.
I'm loving that.
Okay, so to those of you out there right now that are pregnant, in fact, I still use this pregnancy pillow today.
I'm not pregnant.
This is the BB Hug Me. Tori is not pregnant, and the BB Hug Me was invented by 2 women that are moms and chiropractors. This hugs your body in all the right places. If you're pregnant, your belly would go over this part, and no joke, I still use this pillow today. My husband tries to steal it. The animals try and steal it. This is a life changer.
Everyone's trying to steal it.
Life changer.
Thanks, Sam. The links to all 3 of Sam's tried and true items can be found on our website and our Facebook page.
Yes. And thank you, Al. Now, I want to hear from you. Send me your tried and true ideas, tips, and products that you can't live without. I need you guys. Let's create a mommy and daddy network.
Jen Widerstrom with a new trending story coming in hot.
Gosh, Tori gets all the fun stuff. First the llama, now the pull-out sofa. Jeez, not bad, Tori. Anyway, I never thought I would say this in my adult life, but stuffing is coming in hot. Yep, not because it's Thanksgiving is just 2 days away, but because today is actually National Stuffing Day. That's right, guys. So it's a day to celebrate mixing a bunch of ingredients together and stuffing it into a giant, giant bird. Normally it's made with bits of bread and onions and celery and other herbs and spices, but some people get a little fancy and add sausage, sometimes oysters, which I completely don't get, or worst of all, dried fruit. Whew. I'm not really a believer there. But everyone thinks their own family recipe is the best, but we want to know how you make your stuffing, okay? So post your recipe on our Facebook page using the hashtag National Stuffing Day. Oh, thank you. And here we go, Brooke. I'm going to let you give it a little bite here.
Oh, sorry. I only eat my grandma's stuffing, Jen.
See? All right. That's actually pretty smart. Back to you guys.
Yum, yum, yum. All right, Daily Blast Live loves your viral videos. Erica, what's our DBL Nation sharing right now?
Well, it's a viral video, Sam, so keep them coming. If you have a soft spot for siblings, watch this. It's a little sister who can't wait for her brother to get home from school. If you've got a viral video, send it to us. Just go to dailyblastlive.com, and next, we went from failing grades to fostering academic success in others. We talk live to the National Principal of the Year.
All right, guys, we got 2 minutes.
Hey guys, we got some stories here with the Digital Team in the Digital Lounge. Let's start with Brett, who is doing.
So, I'll explain it. I think it's pretty funny. It's Klay Thompson, the player from the Warriors, and he was in New York City walking by, and the local Fox 5 station was doing a story on scaffolding that had collapsed. You might have seen in the news. So they happened to ask him, as just a man on the street, what's he think about it? And he actually just gave a very genuine answer. Being a tall guy, he's just saying how, you know, if it looks like it's been up there a while, he's not going to walk underneath it. But if it looks brand new, he will. And it's just a very casual answer, never, you know, says who he is or anything. So it's just kind of funny to see him just as a unidentified down-to-earth
Klay Thompson,
guy.
man on the street.
Yeah,
Love it.
and he's like well over my height, so he's pretty recognizable. If you
Well,
know
he
this.
should speak of, he's an expert on scaffolding, I would think, more than other people. Kelly, what do you got going on?
Yeah, we have a pretty heartwarming story coming from the New York Post. So, police officers in Laredo, Texas handed out turkeys instead of police citation tickets for driving. So it's part of their Operation Peacemaker, and so it's kind of spreading cheer. You can see in the videos everyone's really concerned that they're about to get a driving or speeding ticket, and the police actually...
They get a frozen bird.
Yeah, and I think it's just a way of saying, hey, we're out here, we're keeping an eye out, but we're also trying to spread the holiday cheer.
No, I
so
think
it's a
that's
heartwarming
great.
story.
I think that's super sweet.
And
That's
the
a great-
reactions definitely make the video.
Yeah, it's a great viral video idea. That's great, just spreading some good cheer.
Yeah.
This woman is ecstatic. She just thought she was going to get a
I'd be
giant-
pretty happy to get
Yeah.
a free turkey too.
What do we got, Connor?
Yeah, so we're monitoring all of your guys' YouTube and Facebook comments right now. You actually asked a good question about Christmas decorations.
Right.
And
Got a big
wondering-
response from everyone.
Yeah, who already has them up? Diane Sawyer said that she already has hers up. Phil Cohen, though, he said, you don't even want to know in my house. So I do kind of want to know now.
Now he's piqued our interest, Phil. You really have piqued
You
our
should-
interest.
you should send us
I
a
imagine
picture.
it's a giant light display. I'm going to peg Phil as a outdoor light display guy.
Yeah.
Phil, tell us if that's true. But yeah, everyone's got very different, you know, in my family, it was always my mom would put up decorations this weekend after Thanksgiving.
Right, that's how we do it, too.
Down with the gourds would go and up the tree would go, and that's Christmas begins. Well, that's cool.
And in Colorado, it definitely depends on the weather, because if it's snowy or snowing, you can't get up on the roof and put any lights up.
Right,
so.
safety issues.
Yes,
That's true.
Yes,
Well, interesting,
but-
guys. Well, let us know. Continue telling us when you decorate, and if you've already got them up. We'll talk in a second.
3, 2. Might have nothing to do with it.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, Daytime's only live show with the top trending and breaking news that's happening now. Time now for the extra shot. It's the story that made you say, give me another round, since it's so uplifting. Today, an all-F student who would go on to become an award-winning principal. The best principal in the country was once a failing student. That's right, Dr. Akil Ross not only flunked the 3rd grade, he also tried to doctor up his report card before taking it home. Little did he know, that same failing student would go on to be the National High School Principal of the Year. Now, Dr. Ross shares his story with struggling students. His lesson is simple. Stay focused and pay attention to detail.
We're here to help kids academically, but it's also a balance between mind, body, and spirit.
And it's working. Since joining Chapin High School in South Carolina, the graduation rate has increased to 96%. ensuring a better future for every student. Here at DBL to have Dr. Ross, who's joining us from South Carolina. Hello, Dr. Ross.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're so glad to have you, and I'm going to jump right in. Was there a person who inspired you? Because you don't hear of this much, and how are you using that to inspire your own students today?
I was inspired most by my grandfather. He was a sharecropper from North Carolina. And with little education, he made his way to live in a very prominent section of Washington, D.C. So I knew having a growth mindset was all that you needed to be successful.
Amazing. I have to tell you, both my parents are principals, so I have such a high level of respect for you. I understand what the job takes and what a difference you do make. But I wanted to ask you, what stands out to you over all these years as one of the most important things that you do try to teach your students?
You want to know that inside of each kid there's a gift, and there's no curriculum that can be tailored to any one student. But if you can touch that gift and make that gift their own, and show them how to give it to the world, then we're truly educating our kids.
Wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing. You also just won Principal of the Year. Congratulations on that. What do you think sets you apart from other leaders in your field?
Well, I don't think of this award as a hierarchy of the best versus the least. I think it as a circle of professionals. And right now, I'm just one part of that circle that's being highlighted. And it's my job this year to tell that story. And our story is that each child has a passion, and that if we can make each passion beat, what an amazing school you will have.
And humble, too.
Yeah, unbelievable.
We've all heard and know that knowledge is power, but not only are you doing that, you are empowering others. So thank you, Dr. Akil Ross, for being such an inspiration to children and adults, and for joining us today.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Is busy tracking the stories that you're trending or that are trending and that you're sharing, like this one from the Cleveland Zoo. Check this out. The zoo just welcomed 3 otter pups, and zoo vets say the trio are getting bigger, stronger, and should join their parents in the rainforest exhibit soon. Looky there. What do you call it? Little boo-boos. Little boo-boos. Little boo-boos. That is precious.
Promotional
Hey guys, Tori, who is your favorite teacher?
Oh, I had 3. Michael Edgar, Bobby Asher, and and Richard Avedon. My favorite of all, Richard Avedon, was a Yale Law School. He became a lawyer, and then he decided he wanted to teach law to kids in high school. So he came to D.C. and taught the law. Do you hear, Jeff?
Right, buddy.
That's all right. We'll get to his favorite
sorry.
teacher.
I didn't even know I was doing that.
Yeah, big moment. Anywho, we called our teachers by their first names.
Hey, Knockback, you're out of this segment. Go over there.
What a jerk. So he would do moot court trials. We learned about rights. We watched Law and Order clips to see what was constitutional, what wasn't. Then I went to AP Court and Law, learned about the Supreme Court. We went to the Supreme Court. I watched a Supreme Court case. Then I interviewed Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It was an incredible childhood growing up because you're in the middle of D.C. So if we had a paper on a bill, you were sort of expected to ask that senator who wrote the bill or who introduced the bill some questions.
Tell them about your Iran-Contra 5th grade.
Oh yeah, so when I was 15, I had a paper called a freshman research paper called FREP. You could do it on anything in all of history, and I chose the Iran-Contra affair because I'm a nerd, and I was able to interview personally Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North and had his side of the story as a real source material because my dad's firm represented Oliver North and successfully. Anywho, it was really exciting and it was really scary, and I was like, did Reagan give you permission to like sell arms or did go to Iran? And
he said, I do not recall.
And no, he said, I thought he was going to say, I do not recall, because that was the whole beginning. What he said was, I had the full expectation of the president's approval, but that doesn't mean the president's approval. So interesting.
Inside track.
Inside track.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Here's one really funny moment from earlier in the show. We don't know what it is. From Gatorade features a glowing Serena Williams and a baby. Just want to curl up in a ball and cry. Reminds me of my Sophie.
If she plays tennis, who cares?
Oh my God, we have a graphic for Salty Al.
What have I done?
The story's at a stop. Great job, everyone.
YouTube and Facebook. Turn around. The conversation. Okay. And then I'll repost it all too and tag them all as well.
And I'll put good links to them. This is where Jeff yawns. He stores up all of his yawns during the hour and then gets them all out.
That's right. I rest, and then when the cameras are on, I blow it up.
Just release. So who was your favorite teacher growing up? You have one? Put you on the spot.
I know. I'm trying to think. I had this art teacher, Mr. Gates. That's weird that popped in my head. It was in high school, and he just taught art, but he had like a perfect score in his ACT. He was just a very unique, creative guy. I already remember him, and I liked being in his class. He also taught English, but I was more of an art guy.
That's interesting. No, I mean it's funny because there's certain teachers that I don't know why, but like Mr. McDougall taught social political action, and he was also really like.
Oh, you want to know a good one? I think Miss Lindenfeld. It'd be crazy if she saw this, but my very first thing that I wanted to get into acting, I always wanted to do it, but my senior year made a course called film study, and we got to take some film studies because we never had that in our school. And then at the end of the year, we had to make our own movie, like write, direct, and produce in it. So ours was super goofy, but we won best movie of the class, and that was something I was really into. And I was already a senior in high school. You know what I mean? So if that was like more in my school, like growing up, and I had more chance at the arts or entertainment, I might have, been in the game earlier. I don't know. Who knows? But I just remember that as a turning point. Yeah.
Teachers make a difference.
I remember.
We appreciate them.
It's Tuesday, November 21st, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now. CBS has officially fired Charlie Rose less than 24 hours after 8 women accused him of sexual harassment. We'll have the latest on the fallout next.
The Dancing with the Stars finale is tonight, and fans are thrilled to watch as the final 3 couples battle it out for the Mirrorball Trophy. Lenore tweets, "It's like choosing my favorite child."
Are you single and ready to mingle, or are you fine not mingling? A new study says women are more content being single than men. That's in today's Top 5.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, November 21st, and we are the only live show in daytime, talking the breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. Let's get this thing started with the top 5 trending topics you need to know right now with my girl, Sam Shocker. Take it away, girlfriend.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb. We are live, and I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder, comedian Al Jackson, and I'm Sam Shocker, and we are a trending news and entertainment show that is live. It covers what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is in our studio ready to cover news the moment it breaks. And breaking right now, CBS and PBS both just fired Charlie Rose over those sexual harassment allegations. And these departures mark the downfall of one of television's most revered journalists. Now, CBS this morning enjoyed its greatest success ever thanks to the anchor team built around Charlie with Gayle King and Norah O'Donnell. And Gayle actually talked about it this morning. Watch.
I've enjoyed a friendship and a partnership with Charlie for the past 5 years. I've held him in such high regard. And I'm really struggling because what do you say when someone that you deeply care about has done something that is so horrible?
Wow. Yeah, do you, and Ebony, chime in on this because we were talking earlier about Al Franken, and some of the people that have supported him.
Sure.
So do you still support someone? Do you end that friendship? What do you do? Because in Al Franken's case, it's a little different.
Right, and I hate to be the person that say it depends, but I guess it does depend. I mean, this is very, very tough, and as you spoke of the other women, there's the 36 women. They were all former co-workers on SNL.
For Al Franken.
For Al Franken. They wrote a letter in support of Senator Franken. They said they never experienced any inappropriate behavior, and they see him as a family man.
That's interesting, because I would support you too. I feel like I know your characters in and out, and if someone had come, but then again, maybe someone can lead a double life.
What if we were doing a show for 20 years, 25 years? Don't you think you would have an inkling if I was doing something like that?
I would think so, but clearly Gail looked completely shocked.
And I'm not saying they know anything, but it's just surprising to me that perhaps they might not have known.
5 years, right?
It was 5 years.
Oh, 5 years.
Well, with Gail.
Oh, okay,
5 years.
yeah. But I'm saying he's been doing this for a long time.
But maybe you lead a double life.
Do you guys think it was something that he was fired this quickly? Because usually when something goes down, there's a controversy. There's like a little bit. We know.
Then I think the network
you're placed on like independent leave for a little while, but they fired him, which means that they knew something.
It's like they had already done their investigation and they were just waiting for the cards to fall.
But it's hard for the coworkers to go on. Yeah.
We are live, and I want to go to digital producer Kelly Schubert because she has news happening right at this moment.
We do. We have some celebrity news trending right now. Gwyneth Paltrow is engaged. Us Weekly reports after 3 years of dating, Paltrow and boyfriend Brad Falchuk are ready to tie the knot. The couple met on the set of Glee, which was co-created by Falchuk. Sources say the couple has already taken engagement photos, and they're just waiting to make the announcement on Paltrow's website, Goop. I'll let you know when we got that official announcement. Back to you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kelly. Okay.
We were all a little shocked, right?
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I know we do this for a living. Did I miss something? Do you guys remember her dating this dude?
Not really, no.
I just remember her with her last husband, and they do that. What is that?
Yeah, they did the conscious uncoupling with singer of Coldplay, Chris Martin. Yeah, conscious uncoupling. But now she's, hey, you know, she's ready to tie the knot again. Good for her.
She's not. I mean, I said it. I don't want to just start bashing everybody.
Why don't you like?
I don't like her. I don't like her
because you feel like with
her bougie magazine. I don't like it. I don't like the whole thing.
People say that she's really, really kind and hardworking. Even though she came from a family that had already been implanted in Hollywood, a lot of people would also argue that, you know, with nepotism, that she was given all those opportunities. But she's also really talented.
Because her mother's an actress.
Her mother's an actress. Her father was in the industry as well. But she's talented. You can't argue that.
I'd like to get the chance to know her one day and see.
You don't think she's talented?
Give my own opinion.
I don't know.
She's won an Oscar.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay. I think that settles that one.
I don't have an Oscar, so I guess she's more talented than I am.
Yep. Well, I don't know about that. That's subjective. That's subjective. Trending right now. Trending right now. It all comes down to tonight for Dancing with the Stars. After last night's elimination of Drew Scott, there's only 3 stars left: Frankie Muniz, Jordan Fisher, and Lindsey Sterling. Both Jordan and Lindsey ended last night with perfect scores, great performances. So who do you think will win the mirror ball?
I want Frankie Muniz to either get first or second because I don't want him to be in the middle.
He's not going to get first.
Oh, I like that.
Thanks, Al. This is Al Jackson got that joke.
Oh, Malcolm in the middle.
Think about it. Think about it.
That was great.
I think Frankie's done a great job for his lack of experience with dancing. Keep chuckling.
That was a good one.
No, but I agree with Jeff for another reason. I want him to get it just because he's not a professional dancer. You know, it's like, it's hard.
But who's the best dancer? Jordan Fisher is the best dancer.
For sure.
The best. Yes, he's the most professional dancer. Yeah.
Well, he was on Broadway with Hamilton and
Grease Live.
That's right. And he just he doesn't miss.
He doesn't. He is the best dancer, but I know that the judges, and Ebony, you told me this, the judges take it all into consideration. Like, how much have they learned?
Right.
How much have they grown?
I think they look at the progression a lot. They look at where they came from. And they also look, I mean, being on the show as a female and being on the show as a male is 2 different things, because a male actually has had the strength and have to learn the footwork if he has no, and a female, sometimes it's really, it can be hard on her too, because she's the one that everybody's looking at.
Well, from a competition standpoint, it's unfair that he's in there. From an entertainment standpoint, no one really knows who Jordan Fisher was. They knew he was on Broadway. They knew where he came from. This gets him out there a little bit more, kind of resurrects people's careers or gets it going, and that's what the show's all about in the end.
All right. Trending in entertainment.
I'm glad everyone agreed.
Trending in entertainment, David Letterman received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. David was there with his entire family. So cute. Look at them. And last year's recipient, Bill Murray, came out dressed as a king. Check it out.
You will be able, as the Twain, to walk up to any man or woman and take a burning cigar from their mouth and finish it. You will be able to board any riverboat. This suit is going to be waiting for you backstage.
I love him, but is he dressed as a king or like a Shakespearean character? He doesn't look like a king.
Like a scribe.
I don't know.
That's not a king. There's no crown. There was a hat.
There was a way bigger word in there, but I took it out of the prompter. Elizabethan.
Oh, like Elizabeth?
Wait, you took out
got my word out of the prompter. I would have liked to use Elizabethan for that.
I'm putting it back in there right now for you.
Can I just say this as a comedian? I like that Bill Murray was the only person trying to be funny.
Yes, I would have known.
Okay, hold on. Let's get this.
Sorry, what, Al?
I just like that Bill Murray was trying to be funny. It's like I looked at David Letterman and everybody around him. They're all dressed like senators. Like it's supposed to be a funny thing. Like why is everybody being so serious except for Bill Murray? Thank the Lord he lightened it up.
Yeah, I got something for you guys. Okay, so if you could be a queen and you guys could be kings, like what would your one thing be that you would, like he said that he could take the cigar.
Oh, and some queens say off with their head, like from Alice in Wonderland.
What would be your one thing?
Open bar every Friday.
Okay. If you were a king? What about you, Jack?
Every Friday, what would yours be?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Come on, come on.
I know what mine would be. If I'm on the interstate, everybody clear out of the left lane. Please let me pass you. Get the heck over, and you ain't going nowhere.
All right, and do you know what mine would be? Mine would be 4-day weekends.
Yeah.
All right, I thought of one.
Okay.
Because if you don't use your turn signal, you go to jail for 6 months. Use your turn signals.
Whoa.
Yeah. I run a tight ship at my kingdom.
Ouch, I don't want to be in your kingdom. Pop culture guru Tori Shulman with a new trending story coming in hot.
Wow, that's really harsh, Ty. All right, a Japanese game show is coming in hot, and the internet cannot get enough. It's called Slippery Stairs, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bunch of people trying to climb some slippery stairs. Take a look.
小峠が一歩ずつ確認をするノーションを確認作業全員いった
I laughed all night. All right, 6 contestants in different colored skin-tight bodysuits all trying to climb the slippery staircase in front of a live audience. What more can you ask for? Back to you guys.
That's funny.
I wonder what's on there that's slippery. It looked like ice at first.
That's kind of dangerous.
I know. It seems like it'll hurt, like you break your hip.
Maybe they have padded tight suits. Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment.
Yes, this is just in right now. Former model Janice Dickinson will have her day in court against Bill Cosby. She had sued the comedian for defamation after Cosby called her a liar when she accused him of rape. Her case was dismissed, but she appealed. According to the entertainment website The Blast, a lower court today said her case does have enough merit to move forward. This is a developing story, and I'll keep you updated. Back to you guys.
Wow. Gee whiz.
And Janice Dickinson talked about the experience with Bill Cosby in private to a number of different people years before she finally came forward, and those people have since come out and corroborated her story.
Right.
So
yeah, we'll keep you updated on that because that's what we do here at Daily Blast Live. We cover all trending stories and breaking news as it happens. Erica Cobb, what's next?
Well, people are asking, was hush money involved in the Ryan Seacrest accusations? The developments in that story, as well as new mom and wife Serena Williams in a brand new commercial, but whose baby is she holding? And Al sounds off on this incredibly cute video. A toddler asleep at the wheel. He must have had a few too many chocolate milks. But first, Ebony Steele has your 2 choices for today's SmackDown.
An article in USA Today is trending because it claims that grown-ups shouldn't get gifts. It got us debating, should you give adults Christmas presents? Or, cursive handwriting is making a return in more school districts, so we want to know, should schools still teach students cursive? Head over to dailyblastlive.com to vote live on which topic you want to hear in today's SmackDown.
Hi guys, how are you? So of course we're going to cover top trending stories. I just want to give a shout out to Hank. He's sitting up there guarding the control panel. Anyway, big stretch, and he's back down. He's a big, scary. Okay, anyway, we're going to start with right over here. This is the Cleveland Indians on their Twitter feed and kind of playing, well, games, right?
Yeah, and this is Al Jackson's hometown team, and since they got eliminated early from the playoffs, they've had so much time on their hands.
They have had a lot of time being eliminated so early.
But, and I'll admit, I spent too much time going through their Twitter feed today, but they said, who's up for Connect 4? We'll play someone who replies with the blue move, and they put this blank slate down. Then you go down, and fans are actually responding. The Indians, step by step, play a whole game of Connect 4, and they actually lost the first one I saw, and then it looks like the Atlanta Hawks joined in. Unfortunately, I spent a little too long, very invested who is going to win. I didn't even skip to the end.
But this is real steep DBL research. You know, we just want to know that it's a credible game, and We're going to move on. Really hard work for Brent. Okay, obviously this is the headline is clear. This is the Victoria's Secret show in China.
Yeah.
Kelly, what's happening?
So we have some breaking news. So Alexandra Ambrosia, she is a veteran to the Victoria's Secret game, and she is retiring from the fashion show. That does not mean that she's excluding herself from the brand, but she announced today on Instagram that this was her last show. She's walking 17 shows.
17.
Which just blows your mind when you think about what a lasting legacy she'll have on
I mean,
this
I
brand.
was still in high school, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she gave a really heartfelt caption about it. Obviously, this brand is her family at this point. She's worked with all these women and this brand for so long.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's an event you look forward to every single year, seeing your friends, being there together. Amazing.
Yeah.
And then Connor, we're obviously going through all kind of our viewer comments, and what's the big,
Yeah,
what are we gabbing
you
about?
know, this morning we posted this on our Facebook page saying that one of these Thanksgiving side dishes has got to go. And we
Okay.
are getting a ton of comments on this. The options are mac and cheese, yams, greens, or stuffing.
I see a lot of people saying green's gotta go.
Greens and yams.
Oh.
What would you say?
Out of those, I won't give up stuffing. I would skip the mac and cheese because with the carb and the dairy, it would just take up too much space. Precious real estate. Now, I do want to tell you, Al Sounds Off is next, and we have a crazy surprise for Jeff, so make sure you stay tuned in. It's going to be good.
So much drama.
Disrespectful.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the trending topics that are happening right now. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where comedian Al Jackson scours the internet for the wildest stories he can find and then laughs about it with our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, boys.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. That's right, it's time for everyone's favorite segment and everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Good, brother, and this is Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, you look very handsome today.
Thank
very
you. I
dapper.
appreciate it. Thank you, sir. I'm working on it. You look great yourself.
Well, thank you very
Liking
much.
the sweater jam.
I was waiting for that compliment back.
Sir.
All right, Al, you're a fashionable guy. What do you think about this woman's style?
Oh, let me take a look. Oh, I'm already feeling it. All right, now, I love this because they're painting this girl. I'm like, who knew that you could do this as a job? I mean, my first job, I was a busboy. No one told me, but she gets naked and goes to the mall, and usually, you know, women have to worry about guys perving out and following around anyway, but she didn't go to the mall naked, so it's her fault. The last time that I got followed at the mall like that is because they thought I stole something, but, I mean, she did steal something. She stole my heart, Jeff.
I like where you went with that one, Al.
Next one.
All right, let's get it going. Al, who doesn't like a good nap? Am I right?
I need it.
I love a good nap.
We get up early for the show.
All right, man. You're gonna love this next video. Check this out.
Now, Jeff, we've all been there. Sometimes you have too much milk to drink, like this kid did.
Milk.
Yeah, it's the last time I fell asleep like that. It ended up in the defensive driving class. But this kid's too cute. And unfortunately, he was charged with a crime, and it's being too adorable for this video. I love this kid. Let's go to the final one.
All right, Al, you got a little surprise or what?
All right, I do. Jeff, I don't know if you know what the hottest animal is out right now. It's the llama. Take a look at this.
Really?
That's right. People want them at their parties, their weddings, everywhere, because most importantly, they provide emotional support, a little thing we call love, and they're so dang cute. Now, normally, Jeff, I have all the jokes, but today, I got something better. Check this out.
Wow.
Yes, Jeff.
We got a real llama.
All right. Now, Tori, what's this llama's name?
This llama is named Tomasito. He's 14 and does not like to be touched on the butt.
Okay.
No llama drama.
No llama drama.
No llama
Gotcha.
drama. All
Can I
right.
touch him?
Yeah, of course.
Can I
Come
play?
here. Just
Wow.
don't. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very gentle, and the eyelashes are to die for.
I can't believe we got a llama in studio.
We sure did.
And do you know why we have a llama in studio?
No.
I'm sure you know this, unless you want to get in a lot of trouble. Today is your wife's birthday. So
It
shout
is
out
my wife's
to
birthday.
Jordan, we
Jordan,
love you.
we love
chipped in
you.
and we got your birthday llama. Yeah. And you guys at home can get yourself a llama for your birthday parties, your weddings, whatever, because they're awesome, they're chill, they're docile, they're unbelievably cute. So you need to get one of your party like we have at our DBL party.
That's right.
Because it's not a party unless a llama shows up.
Happy birthday.
#llama party. I love you,
Llama
Jordan.
party.
Happy birthday. All right, let's give a DBL shout out to the White House now. President Trump just pardoned two lovable turkeys named Wishbone and Drumstick. It's an annual tradition that goes back 7 decades. The turkeys will live out their twilight years at a place called Gobbler's Rest at Virginia Tech.
Go Hokies.
That was a great story. Buried alive in just a few minutes, we take you live 5 feet under to talk man in coffin who is trying to prevent others from dying. And Erica Cobb, the SmackDown's coming up and there's a llama in here.
Yes, there is a llama in here. But you should go to dailyblastlive.com and vote on today's topic. Should schools still teach cursive in class, or is it okay to give adults Christmas presents, or should they have them at all? Go right now and vote.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, guys.
You guys want to come to Tomasito?
Behind the scenes of Llama.
So, Tomasito's 14. He's from a program called Llama Llama Ding Dong, which is a hiking group, Llama Llama Ding Dong. And he pooped backstage, which was fantastic. And he's wonderful.
In his defense, so did I.
That's super
and
awkward.
only one of them landed on the drop bar.
That's exactly right.
So they really have a birthday significance?
They're just friendly animals, and we wanted to surprise Jordan and say hi and happy birthday. And that's
So no.
So we're gonna get him out of here, but say au revoir or adios to Tomasito.
I like Tomasito though. He's very nice.
He likes to
love
be
to see you
held.
just
Do you
ride
love
side
him?
saddle
I
up,
love
though.
him. All right, we gotta get going. Let's go. Hi-yo.
Why are you so good with llamas?
Because I'm an animal person.
That's awesome. It's a gift. Tori
It's
is
a
so
gift.
great at everything. She really is.
She's really good at everything.
Llama whisperer.
Did you ever see those Coming in Hots?
Tori.
Do you take your earpiece
Oh,
out?
no. No, I actually like Tori's Coming in Hots.
Listen, she
They're
zings
like
me
Fight
all the
Like
time
Brothers
when I
and
don't have a voice to zing her back on these Coming in Hots.
It's true.
Now I'm getting yelled. I feel like Tori a little bit today. My jokes are bombing.
I liked your Malcolm in the Middle joke.
No one got it. They just wave it off.
Your Pee-wee joke didn't break up though. No,
I know.
Hannah's taking it.
I'm going to try to step it up, guys. I apologize. And Tori Shulman's very funny because I know her mom watches all the time. I love you, Miss Shulman.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll more llamas later. Stay tuned.
1 minute to that.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Just seconds ago, you voted to hear if adults should receive Christmas presents. Now, still have to vote, so go to dailyblastlive.com and click Vote Here Now to decide which host wins today's SmackDown. Take it away, Tori Shulman.
All right, thank you, Erica Cobb. And it really does matter who wins these debates. My head producer is showing us $100 right now, so that's important. Always shows us, never gives it to us. The host that wins the most SmackDowns, and tomorrow is the final day, wins a donation to the charity of their choice. We will reveal the winner tomorrow. All right, here we go. Americans will spend nearly $678 billion this holiday season. An op-ed in the USA Today says to bring that number down, don't buy gifts for grown-ups. Now, this got us debating, should you give adults Christmas gifts? Here to lead the SmackDown is media maven Ebony Steele and our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I had a llama 2 seconds ago. All right, right now, Ebony has 12 wins. Jeff has 13, so this is a good one. Ebony, we're starting with you, Canary Yellow.
All right, and we're basically asking the question, should you give adults Christmas presents?
Correct.
Absolutely you should. I think that one of the greatest gifts that you can give is just giving, period. And I think that waiting till the end of the year, sometimes we get so busy all during the year. Christmas is the perfect time to give a gift to those that you love. And it doesn't have to be expensive. There are even ways to give free gifts, but it's the thought that counts. And I think that we should definitely continue to give Christmas gifts.
All right, Schroeder, what about you?
I totally agree with giving Christmas gifts, but I want to focus now. I have 7 nieces and nephews just in my family, plus Lawson. It's a lot to buy for. I work very hard. We travel for the holidays. I think showing up should be a gift in itself.
Very good point.
All
Ebony, Kelly, back to you.
I think it's just one of the best opportunities, and let's see, presents are a part of the tradition. If we think about where Christmas comes from, if you think about, you know, Jesus lying in the manger and then they bought gifts to him, that's what it's.
It's true, King of the Magi.
That's what it's about.
I know, you're digging.
No, but that's the source of where it comes. I understand how you feel, Jeff. We'll talk about that after the show. But I'm already winning 80%, so I'll just be quiet and let you go.
And Jeff?
Well, I agree with presents, but one of us has to take the other side sometimes. So just show a picture of Lawson and see if that helps me out.
And stop. Surprisingly,
Yay, there's
Lawson!
Lawson!
And nope, didn't help you today. All right, 74%, Ebony is the winner. Nice job, Eb.
Of course you buy Christmas presents.
I already have my gift for you. You were ruining it.
Stop. We are live, so let's go to digital producer Kelly Schubert with news at this moment.
Hey, trending right now for the first time since 2002, Gisele Bündchen is not the world's highest paid model. The title this year goes to Kendall Jenner. She is Forbes' highest paid model, making $22 million this year. They're crediting her Instagram advertising to her 85 million followers. Gisele did come in close second with $17.5 million this year. Back to you.
Wow, and I will say this again. I know I might get flack for it, but Kris Jenner knows how to manage her children.
She does.
And look at what's happening. So do you guys agree?
I mean, we can't disagree with the numbers,
Exactly.
but I think that the track that she's on, I could see that. But Gisele, you wouldn't think that someone could beat her.
Well, she did.
I'm still pissed about the thing.
All right, easy going. Going to the grave to prevent others from dying. Meet a man so passionate, he has buried himself alive. Look at the hugs coming over here. Forget the Alamo. Chip and Joanna Gaines are giving the Texas landmark a run for its money. You won't believe how many people are flocking to Magnolia Market. And next, a veteran who's paying it forward. Meet a man who found a new mission to honor fellow vets back from the battlefield. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Promotional consideration.
Well, who doesn't want to get presents? That was kind of I mean, who doesn't want to get presents?
Oh, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about this. And I kind of feel like.
That's my bud. He's not going to be mad for long.
No,
I'm not mad, but
I think
who doesn't
everybody's
wanna
on that side.
Listen, I'm the biggest Christmas supporter. I put my Christmas presents up after October.
Would you?
Of course, I'm buying presents for everybody, but someone has to take the other side, even if you like it or not. And Ebony made sure she got that yes, so I had to take
I
no.
thought the Lawson move was a bold and brilliant strategic move.
Yeah,
You should have done it at the
Didn't
beginning.
close the deal.
No, I still wouldn't have won because everyone's going to say give
Everyone
Christmas
wants
presents.
Would you give an adult Kardashian a Christmas gift? Do they deserve a Christmas gift?
If they were my
If they're my
friends.
family.
Yes, if they're your friends. Even if they're the highest paid female model in the world. They still deserve a gift?
Yeah.
No.
I kind of
They could
feel
buy
like,
me some presents.
I feel like your presence at the holidays is a gift enough.
No, but in
Your
all
adult
honesty,
family.
you know what?
So
7
much to
presents to
travel.
give nieces and nephews and to travel, it's a lot of money. It's an legit point because to buy for everyone else, it's like, I don't want anything. I have everything I need, you know, and I don't want anything. So how about this? Don't get me anything. I won't get you anything, but I'll get your kids something. And that's really how I feel. I
We'll
only
spend the time and make memories.
I have a short. That's really how I feel. You know what I mean? I don't need anything material, and that's honest. You know what I mean? But I do love giving presents. Whatever I can give, I do. But sometimes you just can't afford to buy.
Yeah,
everybody
it's a nice gesture, but just being together is enough.
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Right, America? All right, cool.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, daytime's only live show talking trending topics in real time. It's time for Heart Threads, a story that'll make you want to help others. Today we introduce you to a veteran who took it upon himself to honor fellow vets when others did not.
This man was inspired by his 3 fathers to build a veterans memorial. After learning his town had virtually no monuments for veterans, Ron Clybourne decided to build one.
They deserve that legacy. I was going to make sure that was going to happen.
Ron's birth father died as a Japanese prisoner in World War II. The dad that raised him fought in Iwo Jima. And his father-in-law is a certified Vietnam War hero. Ron is also a Marine Corps Vietnam veteran. After helping raise $550,000, the military tribute is now a reality.
It just touches my heart and touches my soul every day.
Amazing. I love these stories. I mean, especially when people raise more money than they've earned themselves. We talk about the kids who do this, and to give it to someone else so selflessly.
Right.
And $500,000, that's a lot of money.
And then have something there that's going to outlast their lifetimes and give back to the community a little bit.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And then you talk about family, because he said three fathers,
Right.
but just the fact that they're all connected, even just by being a veteran and understanding, you know what I mean?
The sacrifice. And the family sacrifice a lot too.
Sure.
Wow. All right. I love it. And it's the great debate. How early is too early for Christmas decorations? Depends on who you ask, but you may want to start decorating now. And brand new reports of a multi-million-dollar hush money settlement in the Ryan Seacrest scandal. If you're leaving us, you can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yay!
Hey guys, so that was a cool, I love Heartthread. It's kind of my favorite part of the show. That was a pretty cool story. Wasn't that an inspiring story? Yeah. Okay. Veterans.
Say it again.
I said, wasn't that an inspiring story?
That was inspiring. I think that and I repeat this over and over again, and not to sound trite, anytime that people take out time to get outside of themselves and give to something else, I think that is your price for your place here on earth. So any examples of that, whether I see it from a young kid on down to on up to someone who is a veteran or someone that's retired, I think it's one of the most beautiful gifts you can give someone is your time.
I think it's cool to spotlight that too. That's what I personally like. What you guys do on the show is
Right.
we really try to shed light on that, because I think, in this time of everybody being so polarizing, I just really like that we highlight people who are thinking of people other than themselves,
Right.
So we're gonna take a break here from the table, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk some more with Connor. Oh, Connor.
What up?
What are you guys working on now? Connor handles our Facebook page. He manages the Facebook page.
Yes.
So, what do you think is doing the best for us today? I think it's the side edition.
Yeah, the side dishes, I think.
Tomorrow we're gonna do a pie edition. So, if you thought you had a controversial opinion about sides for Thanksgiving, we really want you to weigh in on the pie situation tomorrow.
Ugh.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, ugh, what was that?
I hate pie.
I hate pie too.
Oh, that's already covered.
You hate pie?
Yeah. Just get rid of all the pie.
Yeah, I mean, apple is okay, but like,
Oh,
pie's just not
no.
that great.
Listen, pie is Thanksgiving, right? This is a crazy conversation. But it's going to be down to apple pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, or sweet potato pie. One of them has to go off the island. So stay tuned tomorrow for that poll. We want to know what you guys think about that. And until then, we'll straighten them out about the whole pie situation.
It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers breaking news and top trending stories that are happening right now. We are live in the DBL studios, where our team is busy tracking the top stories and videos right at this moment, as well as the top 3 feel-good stories trending right now. A big congrats to Kevin Hart and wife Aniko Parrish. Early this morning, they welcomed their son, Kenzo Cash Hart. Kevin tweeted, "God is truly amazing." Norman, the scooter dog, is feeling the love. Fans have poured nearly $25,000 into a GoFundMe page as he fights cancer. Norman holds 2 Guinness World Records for being the fastest dog on a scooter and a bike. And Pink has just dropped the new video for her song Beautiful Trauma, and it features a dancing Channing Tatum. Check it out. I mean, Pink knows what she's doing, right? I mean, I'm watching for Channing, but I do love Pink, too. I do love Pink. Sam, back to you.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb. I'm watching for Channing and Pink, okay? Joining me is media maven Ebony Steele, everyone's favorite Big Brother, Jeff Schroeder, and comedian Al Jackson. All right, we're going to go. This is an incredible story. Right now, a man is buried alive 5 feet underground. That's right, in a coffin to bring attention to the opioid crisis.
Right. We get a chance to talk to him.
We get a chance to talk to him. I believe we are going to be talking to him right now. He's doing this again for a purpose. John Edwards has been underground to bring awareness, as I said earlier, to the opioid crisis. John Edwards joins us live from 5 Feet Under. John, you've been underground for 3 days. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thanks. It's my 3rd day. It's very hot, and I'm looking forward to getting out in a couple of hours.
Wow.
Being buried alive is most people's worst nightmare. Why would you pick this?
Well, I'm a recovered drug addict, and I've been working full-time for the last 26 years with people struggling with heroin and opioid addictions. And I am broken attending so many funerals and having to comfort the families of the people who have died accidentally or an overdose. So I do everything I can to reach them before they die, but it wasn't enough. So I thought about different ideas, and I creatively made a coffin. And this is my 3rd time being buried in the coffin for 3 days. And I bring words of life from the grave to inspire those people who may be suicidal or drug addicted to think about changing their life forever, just like I've done.
Incredible. Incredible.
We really appreciate what you're doing. And as a former addict, if you can tell us, you've been communicating with people from the grave. What have they been telling you?
Well, I've been communicating my own personal life story, the sicknesses and everything I've had as a result. I've had a liver transplant, I've had hepatitis C, I've had cancer twice as a direct result of it. So people are communicating with me and telling me of their depression and their hopeless addiction that they're in. A lot of people addicted over here are to prescription drugs. And so I've been comforting to them. I've been giving them a plan that they can put into exercise, that they can get their lives together. I've been meeting some people when I come out of here to help them find a way of detoxing and help them find rehabilitation centers. Mothers and fathers have been phoning me about their children who are in jail, who are addicted hopelessly to substances. And I've been giving these people hope and talking to them about ways they can deal with it within the family. I have a lot of experience, 24 years drug addiction and 27 years recovered, so I've got a lot to say about it.
Wow, and I know you talked about what you're hoping to accomplish with this, but when exactly are you coming out, and what are you doing? What's next for you?
There's the picture of him in the coffin.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Well, I'm coming out in a couple of hours. I was due to come out at 2:30, but when I heard you wanted to do a program with me, I decided to stay in so I could speak to you from the coffin. So thank you for letting me stay in.
You are absolutely incredible. And I just heard that you are 27 years in recovery. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you for bringing awareness to the opioid crisis. And good luck on your mission.
Wow. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
That is unbelievable. Crazy. That's what we need. We just need to have, I know this is a stunt, but it's a stunt to raise awareness. And look at, people are talking about it.
And it's working, yes. Yep. Well, absolutely, because he's gone to an extreme. Like, whoa, we've got to see what is the purpose of this. And we talk about the opioid crisis, but this is fantastic to really even open our eyes to a different layer.
Yeah, and I hope we can get Dr. Drew on the show. I was just talking to Maureen Fitzpatrick, our senior executive producer. She's worked with him, I've worked with him, and he has so much information and so much light that I would love for him to shed on the opioid crisis that I feel like more people and our viewers could learn from. So hopefully, Dr. Drew, we can have you on our show very soon to continue that conversation.
And great job to our staff, because we are live right now, and so he was going to come out and he stayed in for our staff, so great job to get that story out.
Good job, Regina. Excellent job, Regina.
Regina, you are incredible. Regina. Yes. All right, new details at this hour about the woman accusing Ryan Seacrest of inappropriate behavior. TMZ is reporting that she demanded $15 million to keep quiet, and that the former stylist and her attorney read a press release to Ryan's team that they would release if they weren't paid. Her lawyer denies making a $15 million ask and says she wanted an apology, that's it, for the behavior. Now, Ryan Seacrest denies her claims altogether. I don't know, what to think. We don't know all the details here. We don't know what that inappropriate behavior is. We don't know know if her side is saying we never even asked for $15 million. Right. That's his side saying it. Maybe they're trying to villainize her.
No, TMZ is saying that, so her lawyer or her did not say that. She might have asked for 14.5. They're saying they didn't ask for.
No, she said all she wanted was an apology, though.
But they don't know. They also didn't ask for 15, so it might have been 14. Right. You know what I mean? They're just playing the words there.
Well, do you think if someone wants an apology, this is something that should be handled publicly or privately, or publicly still to bring awareness to it?
I wouldn't want a public apology. If I feel like somebody really wronged me, I'd be like, let's sit down. I want you to look me in the eyes and apologize, and I would want to do the same. I wouldn't want them to go on Twitter and be like, hey, everybody, tell Al I'm sorry. Like, I think that's very strange. So I don't know. I just wonder, maybe Ryan Seacrest feels like he didn't do anything wrong, so I'd ask you guys, would you guys apologize for something, even if you felt like you didn't do anything wrong, just to get it to go away?
No, absolutely not. Nope. I can't imagine apologizing for something I didn't do.
Well, even in a relationship, like if you're, I'm dating someone and he knows that I'm upset about something, but he doesn't know what it is, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? You're just saying that to appease for the moment.
Yeah.
No, but I think people should be regretful or sorry and really earnest and honest about what the subject matter is.
Right.
All right, moving on. A new ad from Gatorade features a glowing Serena Williams and baby. Take a look.
Baby girl, I won't mind if you play tennis badly. I won't mind if you choose to never pick up a racket. So keep playing, my girl.
Oh,
I love that.
Oh, but here's the thing. That's not Serena's baby. It's a 3-month-old stand-in.
Wow, you got fired up about it.
I don't look it, but there is her baby. On the day of the shoot, the real baby Alexis wasn't feeling well. So rightfully so, they hired a stand-in. But it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if it's Serena's baby or not Serena's baby. I thought that was such a beautiful commercial because she loves her baby unconditionally. What, Al?
I'm just saying, can it be a stand-in if the baby can't stand?
Nice, Al.
More of a lay-in.
Al, we're crushing it today.
I think it's great. I mean, if she had a sitcom called the Williams, I mean, we would assume that the actors wouldn't be her kids. So I mean, this is television. It's production value. Baby was sick, so I think that's
and she
fine.
Probably booked this a long, time ago, prior to her having the baby, getting married, the whole nine. I love the commercial. Yeah. I think it's synonymous with what we see of Serena Williams on Instagram. What you got?
Nothing. No, I was just gonna say the residuals. I know she doesn't need the money, but her baby would have made some money for college.
Okay, but that baby has a lot of money. Perhaps this other baby that's now the stand-in.
This baby could buy a college. This baby could start its own college.
I'm just saying for other people out there, that's what.
Baby gets the residuals.
Well, not everyone's a famous tennis player. For people out there, that's what they're missing out on.
Well, I'm glad that stand-in then got the money. Producer Cal Villanueva with news at this moment.
Right now, Michael Jackson's estate is looking to build a museum dedicated to the King of Pop. They are hoping it will be inspired by his Neverland Ranch home, but it will be built in a different location. The estate recently secured the name Neverland Ranch to move forward with their plans. No word on where the museum will be, but I'll let you know if there's any updates. Back to you.
Thank you. Wait, it would be a different location.
Some people are very concerned in here about that.
I've ridden the Neverland Ranch
You've been?
Flying Swings. No, the Flying Swings are somewhere in Long Beach, but they were his Flying Swings, and let me tell you, they're the jankiest, scariest ride I've ever been on. I thought I was going to lose my life.
Really?
Very scary.
So you were at Michael Jackson's house in Long Beach? I think somebody lied to you. I think they're just making that up.
They can transport
You're not going to do pop culture guru.
Thank you.
Tori Schulman. She has a news trending story coming in hot. Save us, Tori.
Michael Jackson's house in Long Beach. That was so good. Okay. Champagne is always coming in hot, and many will be sipping champs on Thanksgiving. But did you know you're probably doing it all wrong? So Food and Wine made a list of the biggest mistakes people make when drinking champagne. Take a look. So now you know how to do it. Always be fancy, drink some champagne, and always toast Daily Blast Live.
Wait a second. That's Martinelli's cider. That's not champagne.
Yeah, I know.
Well, guess what? That wasn't Michael Jackson's swing either. So it's
yes, it was.
Yeah.
We'll get it straight.
Martinelli's cider.
Here at DBL, Well, we love to shine the spotlight on people doing incredible things in life. Erica Cobb, go ahead and tell us what's coming up.
Eb, we're going to meet a high school principal who is doing incredible things, but it's from very unlikely circumstances. Dr. Akil Ross was always told he was a subpar student. He even failed 3rd grade. Find out how he became National Principal of the Year. And up next, Sam's Tried and True. Co-host Sam Shocker's three mommy must-haves that make raising a new baby a little bit easier.
Hey guys, Tori's just showing me a cute picture of the llamas.
We have a llama on set. This is poor man. It's really cute.
We want to talk. I'm very Food and Wine magazine, very confused. Why would we not want to use a champagne flute for champagne?
So it has to do with the bubbles.
And breathing.
And breathing and the aroma that comes from it. The champagne flute is just the wrong shape, and you want it in a wine glass so it breathes a little bit more, it can come out a little more, it's not compressed. The other thing that's interesting is if you guys happen to see like a hair or a feather or something in your champagne, I don't know why there'd be a feather. If you're at some fancy party and there's boas everywhere, don't take it out. The feather, whatever it is, or hair, will stick to the bubbles and create some more, and it's actually smart.
Can you help?
Yeah,
So
we're talking about
just-
champagne.
Okay, we were too.
Oh.
I didn't know you were talking
Oh,
about
well, yeah,
that.
what do you guys?
First of all, why would you drink it out of a wine glass real fast? We have to use the rest
Right,
of
it makes a flute completely useless
Right, use a
in
flute
life.
because it's cool.
A flute condenses the aroma in the bubbles incorrectly.
But Tori's also saying you should have loose hairs and feathers.
No, I'm
falling
not
out
saying.
because
I'm
it
saying
helps
if you
with the
see a
bubbles.
hair in your champagne glass, you're actually supposed to keep it. It helps more bubbles come up and enhance the
And
taste.
why can't I just fill it up to the way I feel appropriate? Why is there a certain height?
Yeah, food and wine.
In terms of the head of the foam that comes out, the bubbles, the correct way in the angle, it's going to cause more foam if you do it on an angle than if you do it straight up. Then if you let it come, do halfway, let it bubble, re-pour, that's the correct way of doing
Guess
it.
what? If you guys come over to my house, you can use whatever glass you want, and you can
Coffee
drink as
mugs.
much as you
Dude,
want.
we've shot champagne out of,
We have? No, we haven't.
No, but I mean, I'm not
There
like,
were plenty
I'm not,
of hairs in that.
No, but I mean, I'm not snobby. I'm saying these are,
Gross.
this
Tori
is-
always uses hairy glasses.
It's my trademark. It's not my trademark. No, but I'm saying I would never do this. I would use champagne flutes too, but technically this is for like people who go to France for champagne and they have the county and the Provence, like the province.
Want to know an interesting fact?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not going to make a joke.
I feel like you are.
No, we're
Your
not.
lips are moving. So
I know
feel
because
like he is.
when you said that, I felt like I would say something intelligent,
Yeah.
but I really have nothing intelligent to say.
He never
But
does.
we got eliminated in Champagne, France, on The Amazing Race. That was one of
Why?
the
Interesting.
eliminations.
Why? What was the
We
was
had
the
to find-
challenge how to drink champagne correctly?
Yeah, and I kept over pouring, and so they're like, "You're out."
How did you lose?
So we had to find these grapes, and then first we had to stack wine champagne glasses. You know, the wide ones, like the old school ones. We had to stack it into it so it was one on the top.
Wow.
So guess what? You stack it with 4 sides, right?
Yeah.
The trick was you have to stack it in a diamond, and we didn't figure it out. We
Oh,
broke
like-
one. Then we switched, and we went to the fields to find our grape. We couldn't find it,
and they lost.
Fascinating.
And we
Let
gone.
that be a lesson.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now for Sam's Tried and True. New products to help new moms like Sam Shocker. And here to help her out is dad of 3 himself, comedian Al Jackson. Take it away, Rent.
Thanks, Erica. And yes, I too am blown away by my girl, my friend, Sam Shocker. Now, you guys know she's the host of the show, but did you know something more important? She just had a baby. Yes, she juggles all these things because she's a flat-out superwoman. Sam, how do you do it?
I don't know about that, Al. Thank
You are.
you. These are some of my mommy must-haves, and today I have 3 mommy must-haves that have completely changed my life. No
Okay.
joke, changed my life.
You have 3, so just let's start with the first one. What's the first?
Okay, so the first one is the Sleep Easy solution, and this is from Jennifer Waldberger and Jill Spivak, and this book has saved my marriage.
Yes.
So it sleep trains your baby in a gentle form. Sophie used to go from, no joke, me rocking her all night, like this. My husband and I fighting, no you take her, no you took her, your turn, your turn, your turn, to her sleeping, homegirl sleeps 7 to 7, 12 hours.
Sam, you remember?
Yes, thank you, you saved my life.
I've had the privilege of knowing you before and after this book, and I told you, because my wife and I went through the same thing, I called it international waters because you guys say such horrible things to each other because you're both so sleep deprived.
Yes.
So like I see the difference in you now. You're telling me Sophie's sleeping 7 to 7, which should be illegal. A lot of parents are gonna hate you for that. I don't know if we should say that,
No,
but
you
it's
know-
so great.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. And
Parents can have this too. In fact, I have a little home video. Take a look. All right, I just put her down. Let's see, and you put them down awake, which was unheard of to me because she used to always cry. But look at that, see?
Literally 10 seconds later, she has her thumb in her mouth. She's either asleep or trying to go to sleep, but no tears.
How amazing is
man.
that? No
That
joke.
is
5 seconds later. So everybody needs to get this book. I promise you, it'll change your life. And these are not paid endorsements. These are tried and true products. Yes.
Okay, so that's number one. Let's go to number two.
Okay, so number two right now, Sophie is teething, and I've tried everything, the Oragel, some other gel things, the teething rings. These have worked. She'll be fussy. She'll be crying. I will squirt this in her mouth. It's all natural. These are all natural. It's like chamomile tea and herbs. We forget that herbs are medicinal. And within moments, she starts to calm down.
Okay, I get fussy and I get cry too.
Okay, then
Can I
try it.
All right.
Try it. Ready? You have to suckle it. Suckle it, Al. What do you think?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It tastes like water and a little chamomile tea. Let's get to the third thing.
No sugar.
I'm loving that.
Okay, so to those of you out there right now that are pregnant, in fact, I still use this pregnancy pillow today.
I'm not pregnant.
This is the BB Hug Me. Tori is not pregnant, and the BB Hug Me was invented by two women that are moms and chiropractors. This hugs your body in all the right places. If you're pregnant, your belly would go over this part, and no joke, I still use this pillow today. My husband tries to steal it. The animals try and steal it. This is a life changer.
Everyone's trying to steal it.
Life changer.
Thanks, Sam. The links to all three of Sam's tried and true items can be found on our website and our Facebook page.
Yes. And thank you, Al. Now, I want to hear from you. Send me your tried and true ideas, tips, and products that you can't live without. I need you guys. Let's create a mommy and daddy network. Yay! All right, Fitness Pro, Jen Wiederstrom, you've got a new trending story coming in hot.
Thanks, Emma. Yeah, so actually it's stuffing that's coming in hot, not any story at all, because it's actually National Stuffing Day today. That's right, you guys. Perfect time for the holiday, right? It's the time to celebrate the mixing of a bunch of ingredients that we stuff into a very big bird. And it's normally made with bits of bread and onions and celery and other herbs and spices. But some people get a little fancy and add sausage, which I'm totally on board with. But others add oysters and dried fruit, which is kind of confusing to my palate, but I will try it. Anyway, everyone thinks their family recipe is the best. So, of course, we want to hear what yours are. So make sure you go to our Facebook page, give us your recipe, and use the hashtag National Stuffing Day so we can, try it out at home. And, oh, thanks, Brooke. Do you want to bite first, though?
Oh, no. I only eat my Grandma Joanne's stuffing, Jen. No way.
Hashtag stuffing snob. Back to you guys.
All right, Daily Plus Live loves your viral videos. Erica, what's our DBL Nation share now?
A super cute viral video. This one is of sibling love. If you have a soft spot, watch this. A little sister who can't wait for her brother to get home from school. Absolutely adorable. If you've got a viral video, send it to us. Just go to dailyblastlive.com. And next, he went from failing grades to fostering academic success in others. We talk live to the National Principal of the Year.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk with Sam about switching back to the opiate crisis, which we were talking about with Dr. Drew. Also, we worked with him earlier in the year. So helpful about this. Wanted to address some issues and comments that you guys left. Lucretia Hayes said, so the opiate crisis is very sad and disturbing. However, when are we going to start holding the doctors accountable for prescribing the meds when they are not needed?
Thank you for saying that, because Dr. Drew has always said that. He says, you look at some of the recent deaths, like Prince, like another one, Michael Jackson, right? That's not a recent death, but still with Michael.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Heath Ledger, Anna Nicole Smith, those were all prescriptions that were prescribed
we all have a
personal
person we know in our lives.
Exactly.
So fell prey to this.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, so those doctors absolutely should be held responsible, and a great comment.
Yeah, Tristan Sanchez agreed with Lucretia as well and said the problem is worse in Ohio. Tristan, sadly, I think the problem is bad all over. It's really bad. I'm from Massachusetts. It's got the whole East Coast as well, kind of in a stranglehold. So
it's an epidemic, I believe.
The Rust Belt has really been affected.
It's sadly all over.
It's accessible. People somehow think because it's prescribed, it's not going to hurt them, especially teenagers.
Right.
And then you look at when you overdose, the overdoses with prescription pills, cocaine, heroin, all those hard drugs combined don't equate to
the amount of opiate overdoses,
And
which is so sad.
An addictive factor, right?
Yep.
Isn't it more?
Oh,
with
so yeah.
prescription?
Well, think about even if you just like had, we
Yeah.
talked about with Tiger Woods, surgery after surgery after surgery, he's being prescribed all this medicine. At some point, his pain is so prevalent that you take those medications.
Well, it's callousing too. You get used to it.
And you feel like it's okay, like you said, Sam, because it is
Because it's
being
prescribed.
by a doctor.
By a doctor,
Do
an
you see
authoritative
it
figure.
in the world of like physical therapy as an athlete and stuff? Do you
Oh,
see
of
people
course.
getting overprescribed?
Your body is like the smartest thing on the planet, so it's gonna adapt. It's the one thing our bodies are built for is adaptation. So the reality is it could be ibuprofen, you start with 1, then you're in 2, but pretty soon you're at 4, then you're adding in a Vicodin, then you're 1.5. It's a layering, and at that level, it's very common to go through that.
And
Whether you're an
sadly-
athlete or someone, I mean, Tori's been very vocal about her mom having different surgeries, and it's just for her to have a livable existence. So.
And I think we're going to be talking about this, unfortunately, for many shows
I
to
hope
come.
we get Dr. Drew to come on and talk about
that'd
it.
be great.
Yeah,
We are
let's
reaching out to
aim.
him.
Good, perfect.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, Daytime's only live show with the top trending and breaking news that's happening now. Time now for the extra shot. It's the story that made you say, give me another round, since it's so uplifting. Today, an all-F student who would go on to become an award-winning principal. The best principal in the country was once a failing student. That's right, Dr. Akil Ross not only flunked the 3rd grade, he also tried to doctor up his report card before taking it home. Little did he know, that same failing student would go on to be the National High School Principal of the Year. Now, Dr. Ross shares his story with struggling students. His lesson is simple: stay focused and pay attention to detail.
We're here to help kids academically, but it's also a balance between mind, body, and spirit.
And it's working. Since joining Chapin High School in South Carolina, the graduation rate has increased to 96%, ensuring a better future for every student. Here at DBL to have Dr. Ross, who's joining us from South Carolina. Hello, Dr. Ross.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're so glad to have you, and I'm going to jump right in. Was there a person who inspired you? Because you don't hear of this much, and how are you using that to inspire your own students today?
I was inspired most by my grandfather. He was a sharecropper from North Carolina. And with little education, he made his way to live in a very prominent section of Washington, D.C. So I knew having a growth mindset was all that you needed to be successful.
Amazing. I have to tell you, both my parents are principals, so I have such a high level of respect for you. I understand what the job takes and what a difference you do make. But I wanted to ask you, what stands out to you over all these years as one of the most important things that you do try to teach your students?
You want to know that inside of each kid there's a gift, and there's no curriculum that can be tailored to any one student. But if you can touch that gift and make that gift their own, and show them how to give it to the world, then we're truly educating our kids.
Wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing. You also just won Principal of the Year. Congratulations on that. What do you think sets you apart from other leaders in your field?
Well, I don't think of this award as a hierarchy of the best versus the least. I think it as a circle of professionals. And right now, I'm just one part of that circle that's being highlighted. And it's my job this year to tell that story. And our story is that each child has a passion, and that if we can make each passion beat, what an amazing school you will have.
And humble, too.
Yeah, unbelievable.
We've all heard and know that knowledge is power, but not only are you doing that, you are empowering others. So thank you, Dr. Akil Ross, for being such an inspiration to children and adults, and for joining us today.
Absolutely. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news happening right at this moment.
The Eagles just announced they will tour again next year. The stadium tour will be done with Glenn Frey's son Deacon as part of the lineup. Glenn, who was one of the founding members of the classic rock band, died last year. Jimmy Buffett, James Taylor, and Chris Stapleton will open on select dates. Now, Tori, there is a Denver date, and we posted the rest on our social media pages. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Raquel, and we'll be right back.
for a second? People want to know, first of all, everybody wants to say happy birthday to Jordan.
Yeah.
She's celebrating her birthday.
I just texted her. She's having a good day. Yeah.
Is she having a good day?
She's having a fantastic day.
Jordan, we hope you're having a great day.
We love you, Jordan. Happy birthday.
I don't think she watches this. She watches it because we're on in Denver from 1 to 2 and also 2 to 3.
Oh, are we?
So, like, we do this show, and then the one I host next, we're on my TV.
Oh, yeah, on the other
So that
affiliate.
show's on, yeah.
So
So
two
I didn't
full
know
hours.
that. So she kind of sits, she's at home with the baby, but she's not feeling good. We're going out of town tomorrow. She's kind of resting up. And
They can just do
probably,
this.
if she feels better, sorry.
Big celebration.
Like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Big celebration in LA.
Instead of.
When you guys go for the holidays?
Probably because we're going to be reunited with all of our friends
Yeah.
and stuff, so. But I told her, like, if you feel good tonight, we still have to pack and everything, but we'll go out to a nice dinner tonight.
Nice.
Just us.
I can't wait.
Nice. Well, that's good. Well, we hope you're having a
Got
great day.
it.
And enjoy yourself in LA. I'm sure it'll be nice to see all the old friends.
86 degrees.
Hot, like 90. It's
I
gonna be
know,
90.
dude,
They said it's going to be the warmest Thanksgiving in LA, like in years.
Man,
So,
really?
yeah. It's going to
Do
be
I pack
heat wave.
shorts? I'm already in the pants. You know what I mean? To make that transition back into shorts.
I know it's going to be a little odd.
I don't know if I can.
It's going to be odd, but I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna fight that fight and put on shorts and
I'm
sandals.
definitely gonna go in the ocean. So swim trunks, but shorts. Like I can't wear shorts on Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, you can in LA. You've been in LA for Thanksgiving.
I know, but you know the
All
first time
about
you put on
shorts.
shorts after you've been wearing pants.
White legs.
Yeah.
That's what the bronze.
And then you're kind of not
Use
used to it.
Tori's got some
Jergens tanning.
bronzer for you. We'll talk
Jergens
more.
self-tanning.
We'll talk more about tanning
We'll talk
tips.
more tanning lotions after.
Photo and everything is the orange tonight.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. All right, we got a couple funny moments from earlier in the show. We don't know what they are.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry. I just want to know who won.
None of us apparently.
It looked like
Apparently
mine
not.
was doing pretty well. I'm just saying. I just
I
gotta-
won. Rosh said I won. All right, what else do we got?
Hey, that's from
That's
the
our
photo. Hey, the
picture.
llama.
Wait,
The llama's in there.
He does belong.
Wow,
He
he
does.
was
We
cute.
love you, llama.
Happy birthday,
llama
love.
stay. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Holidaying in a warm area. This is for Jeff. Cool. Tori's bronzer.
So I have two steps. One is,
boy.
it's called Tan Wise. You can get it for $14.99 on Amazon. It's a blogger's love dream. Makeup bloggers love it. It's called Tan Wise. It's a foam. Get the ultra dark bronzing foam. Use it twice a week. It's amazing for actual tanning. But if you're in a pinch, I use this for your legs.
I'm not gonna use.
Yeah, we are. It's called Body Blur. You can get it at Sephora, and it's a body foundation. So it gives that just hint. So we're just gonna do a little bit.
Are we really?
Yeah, put your leg up.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh my God, I'm blinded.
For real?
I'm just kidding. So watch the difference. Do you guys see this?
And
It
this
looks
is
good.
also good for those who are
Whoa!
worried about.
Hey, does this wash off?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
does
does. No, it is. It's not tanning.
In
This is
6 to
not a
8
tanning.
months,
No,
this
this
will
is
come
not a
off.
tanning solution. This is just a
It
foundation.
does look better though, right?
This looks
Instantly.
more. Now show the other one.
But
Compare
now-
the two. Holy!
No, it makes a difference.
Come on.
Hey, it does. I do feel more comfortable.
That's right.
Do you feel more California now?
I do actually.
It's $45. I highly suggest it. I almost
Sorry about my socks.
Malibu Jeff.
Malibu. Yeah, what's with your
The
socks?
socks sold separately.
Anyway, you can use it if you guys watch really quick here. And again, this isn't tanning, but the other one I said Tan
It's
Wise
not
is a
streaky
tanning.
either.
Oh,
So what?
so is that what's all over the white chairs in there for our meetings?
Yes. So nice.
It really is.
You should just jump in.
The white chairs.
Yeah,
Oh
get
yeah,
in
don't
here.
waste
Hey, it
time.
does
Yeah.
look good.
So this is called Body Blur,
15 seconds to buy.
and I gotta go. We'll
All
tell
right,
you more
guys,
later.
Thanks. More hints later. Appreciate it.
It's Tuesday, November 21st, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now. CBS has officially fired Charlie Rose less than 24 hours after 8 women accused him of sexual harassment. We'll have the latest on the fallout next.
The Dancing with the Stars finale is tonight, and fans are thrilled to watch as the final 3 couples battle it out for the Mirrorball Trophy. Lenore tweets, "It's like choosing my favorite child."
Are you single and ready to mingle, or are you fine not mingling? A new study says women are more content being single than men. That's in today's Top 5.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Tuesday, November 21st, and we're the only live show that's covering what you're talking about and what's trending right now. We're going to go ahead and start this thing off with the top 5 trending stories because we waste no time. Let's do that right now, and I'm going to toss it down to my boy, Jay Schro, or Jeff Schroeder, as we know him.
Thanks, Ebony Steele, looking very elegant today. I like it. All right, guys, we are live. I'm here with radio girl Erica Cobb, Biggest Loser trainer Jen Wiederstrom, and pop culture guru Tori Shulman. We want to welcome all of our viewers at Daily Blast Live. We're a trending news and entertainment show that moves live and covers what is happening right now. As you see, our entire DBL team is in our studio ready to cover news as it trends, and we'll interrupt the show at any moment with breaking news. All right, guys, happy Tuesday.
Yes.
Let's get right to it. Breaking news right now, CBS and PBS both just fired Charlie Rose over sexual harassment allegations. These departures mark the downfall of one of television's most revered journalists. CBS this morning enjoyed its greatest success ever thanks to the anchor team built around Charlie, Gayle King, and Norah O'Donnell. Gayle talked about it this morning. Let's check it out.
I've enjoyed a friendship and a partnership with Charlie for the past 5 years. I've held him in such high regard, and I'm really struggling because what do you say when someone that you deeply care about has done something that is so horrible?
Yes.
It's interesting to hear her talk, hear her take, and being so close to him every day.
Yeah, I watched Gayle and Norah talk this entire thing, which is about 3.5 minutes long, and a lot of people were questioning how could she not know. And it's not surprising to me. I don't believe that she did, and it's not surprising to me that she didn't. Simply because men or people who do this and abuse their power are very strategic.
Yes.
And clearly Gayle is on a different playing field than most of the people that they can victimize. So the idea of her not knowing isn't exactly
believable to you.
It's very believable.
They also have a very not sort of flirty relationship, Gayle and Charlie Rose, and even Seth Meyers has a segment on his show about the two of them getting together. So I really don't believe she would have been doing that had she known. Also, there was unwarranted phone calls. So these are behind the scenes type of thing.
And me personally, I was quick to judge too. I was quick to judge, saying maybe she's got to know something.
Yeah, no, but I just think there is, I'm going to echo what Cobb said, there is a mystique around, you have this very outward point of view, you're this great guy, you're hardworking, you're great with everybody you're on set with, and there's a whole deep, dark secret that you keep because that's part of the power move.
Yeah, it's a power move, that's exactly right.
All right, we are live, guys, so let's go to digital producer Kelly Schubert with news at the moment.
I do have news. For the first time since 2002, Gisele Bündchen is not the world's highest paid model. Forbes has just released its list for 2017, and the world's highest paid model is Kendall Jenner. Forbes reports that her Instagram advertising to her 85 million followers, that pushed her to the top, making $22 million just this year. Gisele did come in second with $17.5 million this year. Back to you.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, she had a good run, 15 years at the top.
She did.
Yeah, you're right.
But, I mean, for all those, and I said back at SmackDown, I'll get flack for this, but you got to give it up to Kris Jenner. She knew to put her in Instagram. She manages those children. She's not just their mom, and she consistently gets her children in different industries at the top of their game. You've got to give that woman some credit.
And she gets them those numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she gets them those numbers.
You have to give credit where it's due.
Well, and she's a quality model. I mean, let's just call it.
She's a great model.
It is. Yeah,
I think that's really what it is. It's kind of the revenue stream has expanded. When Gisele was at the top, which was literally last year, but when she was at the top, you didn't necessarily have to have that social media power.
But Kris Jenner was smart enough to know.
And both of those things are very important. So if you have someone who is younger, I mean, she's much younger than Gisele. The fact that Gisele is even in the running with a girl who's what, 19, 20 years old?
Yeah.
Impressive.
She's doing fine.
Yes.
Absolutely. And she's married to Tom Brady.
Yeah, baby.
Just want to point it out.
Just want to point out. Trending right now, it all comes down to tonight for Dancing with the Stars. After last night's elimination of Drew Scott, only 3 stars are left. Frankie Muniz, Jordan Fisher, and Lindsey Sterling. Both Jordan and Lindsey ended last night with perfect scores. So who do you think will win the Mirrorball Trophy tonight?
You know what's so tough is I've gotten so into the show that I actually don't even care about the contestants. I care about the dancing instructors. Like, I love Mark Ballas. I just want Mark to win. I mean, Lindsey's great. I just want Mark.
I want Frankie Muniz to win because he said that terrible thing about his memory. He's had very many mini strokes, and I want him to have a trophy so he can remember.
Oh, that's
serious,
nice.
Yeah, no, actually,
Eunice.
How about this one? How about this one, Tori? I want him to come in first or third, so he's not in the middle.
Oh, Malcolm in the middle.
Oh, man.
Come on, Tori. You got to appreciate that joke.
Very good.
That's a Tori joke.
That is a Tori joke.
I don't even know where to go from here.
Cobb's like, I'm out. I have nothing. Trending in entertainment, David Letterman received the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor. David was there with his entire family, and last year's recipient, Bill Murray, came out dressed as a king. What kind of king, Tori?
An Elizabethan king.
She sure did. Check it out.
You will be able, as the Twain, to walk up to any man or woman and take a burning cigar from their mouth and finish it. You will be able to board any riverboat. This suit is going to be waiting for you backstage.
I love anything Bill Murray does, but I know the night was about David Letterman,
Yeah.
but Bill Murray makes me laugh.
Well, it's kind of cool. Looking into Mark Twain, you know, he's really one of our literature's first humorists. Like, he was someone that was a public speaker. And
where'd you get that?
He's a satirist.
Google.
Yeah, I was going to say.
She's
I was like,
absolutely right.
No, she's right, but it was funny because I was mentioning, I'm like, was Mark Twain funny or something?
Well,
like, how did he get that?
When you said that, we were talking earlier, I go, I don't know, was he funny?
Yeah,
I looked it up.
He was very much like in the realm, to be honest, of a Seth Meyers, Jon Stewart, very satirical, against any censorship, very, very funny guy. What's funny is Steve Martin also said to Dave Letterman, now's not a good time to look like a retired Confederate war general because he's got that big beard. Oh. So it was really funny. It was a good show.
He's not going to lose it, though.
But Jen, good on you.
Yeah,
doing research. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer Gardner is getting honest about her life after separating from Ben Affleck. In an interview with an Australian news site, Jennifer says, quote, I would not have chosen this life for myself or my kids. She goes on to reveal she hasn't been on a date or even interested in dating since they split more than 2 years ago. So feeling it.
Yeah, this really made my heart race because I was in a marriage, in a relationship for 10 years, married for almost 8. And everyone would always ask, when are you going to have children? When are you going to have children? And I was never prepared because I didn't feel like we were prepared as a unit. And a lot of celebrities and people with means have the option of doing this, knowing that regardless of what happens, they're going to be okay. Most of us don't have that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. You mean like the financial means?
Right. Oh. But she also it made me think of it differently because really it's about what your hopes and goals
your
are,
expectations,
regardless.
yeah,
and the idea of having this idea in your head and then it just dissipates because of one person.
Can I ask you though, like, how long after your divorce did you feel like you were ready to date again?
After my divorce, I was immediately ready to date.
But yours is different. You guys were kind of...
And to be clear, I was dating before I was divorced.
Okay.
Like, we were separated, but I was dating.
Okay.
Right.
We both were.
It's a relatable story to say, I didn't expect to be here in my life at this time. Every person, woman, man, has felt that way at some point. She's just very relatable and transparent right now.
Put 3 kids into the mix as well.
Yeah.
That complicates things big time.
She doesn't want to date. I mean, that's hard as a celebrity. Who's going to ask her out? I mean, she's so big, it's hard to meet men.
And it's intimidating.
Exactly.
You're Jennifer Gardner.
That's exactly.
I say,
Gardner.
What did I say?
Do what I did. Just
did I say Gardner again?
That's always safe.
I said it wrong. Gardner.
Oh, man. All right. Wheels coming off. I love it. TV personality Sam Shocker with the new trending story coming in hot.
It wouldn't be Daily Blast Live without the wheels coming off. It's okay. It's okay. A Japanese game show is coming in hot because the internet can't get enough of it. It's called Slippery Stairs. And that's exactly what it sounds like. A bunch of people trying to climb some slippery stairs. Take a look.
小峠が一歩ずつ確認をするノーションを確認作業全員いった
That's amazing. 6 contestants dressed in different colored skin-tight bodysuits all try to climb the slippery staircase in front of a live audience. What more can you ask for? We should try it here.
Yes. It's actually interesting when the guy fell. He like took everybody out.
It's
like
true.
That was pretty strategic.
I watched the entire thing, and just so you guys know, the guy in green won.
Oh, no. Well,
there you go. The more you know. Daily Blast Live covers trending stories and breaking news as it happens. Ebony Steele, what's coming up?
I'll tell you what's coming up, Jeff. We might need to because people are asking, was hush money involved in the Ryan Seacrest scandal? We're going to be talking about that coming up next. And also with Serena Williams, there is a brand new commercial, but people want to know whose baby is she holding? And Al sounds off on this incredibly cute video. A toddler asleep at the wheel, but he must have had too many chocolate milks. But first, here are your 2 choices in today's SmackDown. I got you. An article in USA Today is trending because it claims that grown-ups shouldn't get gifts. It got us debating, should you give adults Christmas presents? Or, cursive handwriting is making a return in more school districts, so we want to know, should schools still teach students cursive? Head over to DailyBlastLive.com to vote live on which topic you want to hear in today's SmackDown.
No, not the guy back here where we entered the war movie.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're talking about Rudy
Jason
Reyes.
Hall.
Jason Hall. He had something to do with American Sniper, right?
Yeah, he
was
wrote.
the
Yeah.
screenwriter.
There you
Oh,
go.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about Rudy.
No, I said back here.
I'm
Was
so
Rudy
sorry.
back there?
You know, that interview.
Yeah, that interview.
That one of hundreds.
Well, we had one in there and we had one here.
It's true.
True.
It's true.
No,
hey, your Malcolm in the Middle joke really landed, huh?
I was gonna pull it out of my bag, but I had to.
Well, I was like, where is he going? Why not first or third? And then he goes, when you started to gesture, I was like,
Oh, you didn't hear it when I cracked it?
It was new to you.
No, I missed it.
Oh, nice.
We were new to all of us.
Oh, see?
We're not listening during any other time.
Oh, well, good to know.
It's a very small room.
And if you
but
tune
it's
in at
really easy to block
5:30,
things out.
you might have a joke coming your way.
It might be new to you. Might be new to you. So, what do you guys think about SmackDown? It's adults getting Christmas gifts, or what is the other topic?
Cursive. Should you write cursive?
Cursive. What do you guys
Well,
kind
I
of
don't want to say anything because Cobb and I are battling it out, and I don't want to give her any of my ammunition. So I won't say anything.
Oh, wow.
I need
All
to
right,
win.
well, some of these are tough. Let me explain to the audience. Some of these are tough. You have to take the other side sometimes when you don't want to
Devil's
say
advocate,
that. You know what I mean? Like, I put on my Christmas tree after Halloween and I take flag, but now I have to debate not buying Christmas presents.
Well, it's like high school debate team.
Yep,
Sometimes you got to take the other side.
And guess who was not on that?
I guess it was.
This guy.
You were? Well, then you should do it all the time.
Of course I was.
It's more surprising that I wasn't.
I was gonna say, were you not the captain?
But see, here's the thing. I think we need to
give.
I think we need to give the audience more time because I think sometimes people take the other side and have some really good points, but people go in judging. They're already voting with the question.
Oh, so
they're like everyone should get questioned. Everyone should get presents. I'm voting with that.
Right.
So
let
there's
the argument sway you.
Or they see Jeff's face and they just vote for that.
Or if someone just says Lawson.
And then they
Lawson
vote for
and
him.
shows a
Or Sophie.
picture of their baby.
Sophie.
Yeah,
Any kid.
that's
As
no
for
good.
the cursive question, I don't know about you guys. I do love cursive. I remember writing cursive, but I do think it's an antiquated system and it isn't doing anything for our children. And those hours could be better spent fighting bullying or other
I
situations.
have such a great argument to
I
that.
feel like you can do
Wow.
two things
See,
at
these
once.
guys are about to go down. Throw it down.
There's going to be bloodshed over cursive or gifts.
Yes.
Both are just
Because both are
tearing this
very
country
hard-hit.
apart.
Hardcore.
We're going to solve it here. Here on Daily
it's
Blast
time
Live.
to eat.
So stay tuned. Let us know what you vote. and We'll
Oh, I
talk
gotta
about
go.
it.
Oh,
Vote on
tune
the
in.
app.
Wait till you see this. What's going about this? Pickle down.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the trending topics that are happening right now. It's time now for Al Sounds Off, where comedian Al Jackson scours the internet for the wildest stories he can find and then laughs about it with our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, boys.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. That's right, it's time for everyone's favorite segment and everyone's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Good, brother, and this is Al Sounds Off. All right, Al, you look very handsome today.
Thank
very
you. I
dapper.
appreciate it. Thank you, sir. I'm working on it. You look great yourself.
Well, thank you very
Liking
much.
the sweater jam.
I was waiting for that compliment back.
Sir.
All right, Al, you're a fashionable guy. What do you think about this woman's style?
Oh, let me take a look. Oh, I'm already feeling it. All right, now I love this because they're painting this girl. I'm like, who knew that you could do this as a job? I mean, my first job, I was a busboy. The last time that I got followed at the mall like that is because they thought I stole something, but I mean, she did steal something. She stole my heart, Jeff.
Oh, I like where you went with that one, Al.
Next one.
All right, let's get it going. You're gonna love this next video. Check this out.
Now, Jeff, we've all been there. Sometimes you have too much milk to drink, like this kid did.
Milk.
Yeah, it's the last time I fell asleep like that. It ended up in the defensive driving class. But this kid's too cute. And unfortunately, he was charged with a crime, and it's being too adorable for this video. I love this kid. Let's go to the final one.
All right, Al, you got a little surprise or what?
All right, I do. Jeff, I don't know if you know what the hottest animal is out right now. It's the llama. Take a look at this.
Really?
That's right. People want them at their parties, their weddings, everywhere, because most importantly, they provide emotional support, a little thing we call love, and they're so dang cute. Now, normally, Jeff, I have all the jokes, but today, I got something better. Check this out.
Wow.
Yes, Jeff.
We got a real llama.
All right. Now, Tori, what's this llama's name?
This llama is named Tomasito. He's 14 and does not like to be touched on the butt.
Okay. No llama drama.
No llama drama.
No llama gotcha.
Drama.
Can I touch him?
Yeah, of course. Come here. Just don't. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very gentle. And the eyelashes are to die for.
Yeah. I can't believe we got a llama in studio.
We sure did.
And do you know why we have a llama in studio?
No.
I'm sure you know this, unless you want to get in a lot of trouble. Today is your wife's birthday. So
it is my wife's birthday.
Jordan, we love you. We chipped in and we got you a birthday llama. Yeah. And you guys at home can get yourself a llama for your birthday parties, your weddings, whatever, because they're awesome, they're chill, they're docile, they're unbelievably cute. So you need to get one of your party like we have at our DBL party.
That's right.
Because it's not a party unless a llama shows up.
Hashtag llama party. I love you, Jordan. Happy birthday. Let's give a DBL shout out to the White House. President Trump has pardoned 2 lovable turkeys named Wishbone and Drumstick. It's an annual tradition that goes back 7 decades. The turkeys will live out their twilight years at a place called Gobbler's Rest at Virginia Tech. Also, Buried Alive coming up. We go 5 feet under to talk to a man in a coffin who is trying to prevent others from dying. In Ebony Steele, the SmackDown's coming up.
That is correct. We want you to go to DailyBlastLive.com to vote on the SmackDown topic because your voice really does count. Should schools start teaching cursive again? Or should you give adults presents? Are they too old? Should we stay with tradition or should we change it? Go there now and vote live.
Hey guys, Sam and I are just going over her tried and true mommy product.
We can hashtag the other one.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. I've been so lucky to have so many different moms out there that have given me and dads recommendations on what works. So we did a tried and true segment that we're going to hopefully do an ongoing segment of all the mommy must-haves. And today we feature the Sleep Easy solution, which has changed my life. It's written by Jennifer Waldberger, who's a coach and a doctor, and she teaches you how to sleep train your kid. My Sophie, I thought would be the exception to the rule because she literally was waking up every 2 hours wanting to be held, wanting to be rocked, wanting to be fed. And it's a gentle sleep training solution. And we sleep trained her, and now she's such a happier baby.
It was like a miracle, like for people who don't have to watch it. Like,
totally.
I mean, it was like that.
Oh, the weekend. She got it in 2 days, and you're there with them. You're reassuring them, so you don't abandon them. It's not the typical like cried out method. So it does take some time, but she sleeps now 7 to 7. She knows how to self-soothe. She never cries. If she does wake up throughout her sleep cycles, she'll just put her thumb in her mouth, maybe roll over. Sometimes she'll talk. Sometimes she'll laugh. Go right back to sleep. So it saved my life and her life.
So coping tools. Is that what it just
coping mechanisms. Yep, soothing. And then the other 2 products that we featured today is these really great teething drops. They're all natural, and they're called Camellia by Boron, the company, all homeopathic. We forget that herbs are medicinal.
Right.
And I've tried everything for teething, and my sister actually recommended them to me. She has 3 kids, all of them horrible teethers. She went through everything. She said, try these drops.
Right.
Sophie would be all fussy with her mouth, and then all of a sudden we put the drops in. She's calm.
Nice. So if Oragel or any of those other products aren't working, just try these.
And these are all natural, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, every 4 hours, right? You can constantly give them to her.
And Al did a shot of it right on the air, and you seemed to enjoy it thoroughly.
He said it tastes like chamomile tea.
So.
And the last product is when I was pregnant, I got the BB Hug Me pillow. It's just like awesome body pillow. Look at it, check it out. I still use it today.
Yeah, we're gonna put it all on the Facebook post, so look for it a little bit later today, and all the links will be there.
Yay!
All right. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We need you to go to DailyBlastLive.com and tap Vote Here Now to select who wins. You're wondering, what am I talking about? Well, you'll find out because it really does matter who wins these debates. And the host that wins the most SmackDowns tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it is the final day.
Oh dear.
They will win a donation to their charity or their favorite charity of their choice. We'll reveal the winner tomorrow. So only a few states still teach cursive, talking about handwriting, but more public schools are thinking of adding it back into their curriculum. This got us debating, should cursive be taught in schools? And here to lead the SmackDown is radio girl Erica Cobb, as she has 13 wins, and fitness pro Jen Wiederstrom, who has 15 wins. Erica, so you're kind of just doing this for fun. Go ahead and We're going to get this thing started off with you, little sister. Let's go. Boom.
I'm always doing this for fun. Exhibit A, please.
Dang it with the A's. Golly.
This is a post from one of our reporters from our Denver affiliate, KUSA, and she posted this, a quiz, what letter did I write? And let me tell you, all of the answers, because she wrote it in cursive, were different. And it was a big deal on Facebook that day, because why? Cursive is antiquated. We need to move on.
All right. So you're saying it should not be in the schools, right?
It shouldn't be in schools.
All right.
How do you expect to pay your bills, sign your checks, sign your mortgage upgrade? I mean, come on, you need a signature. That takes cursive writing.
What year are you living in? You ain't got automatic bill pay?
Honey, I'm sorry. We don't all live like Erica Cobb.
I'm just saying. There's a lot of things
I lick
that we
my
learned.
stamps. I put them on there. It goes into the post office.
You are the only one. Imagine things like the Pythagorean theorem. How often do you use that?
God bless you. What?
I'm just saying there's a lot of things that we learned in school that don't apply
but
to
don't you
everyday
believe
life.
in
All right, here we go. We've got final thoughts.
There's a different cognitive pathway that's worked when you're writing to language to understanding what people are saying versus the computer screening and the typing. I think that you've got to get unplugged. And honestly, honey, would you remember an email or a handwritten cursive letter?
Well, here's my question. What letter was that?
That was an L,
posted?
obviously.
It was a Q.
That's the wrong Q. And DBL Nation, you write in, you back me up.
Well, I'm giving the cue that this
no
thing
way
is
Cobb's
over,
winning. Somebody else vote for me.
Erica Cobb is the winner. Hieroglyphics once again. So we are live. And we're going to go. You got to give us some love.
It doesn't matter
Digital
anyways.
producer Raquel Villanueva, she's got news at this moment.
Right now, former model Janice Dickinson will have her day in court against Bill Cosby. She had sued the comedian for defamation after his attorney called her a liar when she accused Cosby of raping her in the 80s. Her case was initially dismissed, but she appealed, and a lower court today said her case does have enough merit to move forward. Now, this is a developing story, and I'll keep you updated. Back to you guys.
Wow. Like, I was never thinking, because it seems like the thing with Bill Cosby has gotten prolonged and prolonged, but Janice Dickinson, her story is sticking.
And people are saying that she doesn't have credibility because of her actions. I think a lot of times we have to think about why people act the way that they do.
Right.
Yeah. Does it have something to do with trauma from the past?
Well, there you have it. You said it right. Consider the source. Okay. Well, forget the Alamo. Chip and Joanna Gaines are giving the Texas landmark a run for its money. You won't believe how many people are flocking to Magnolia Market. And next, a veteran who's paying it forward. Meet a man who found a new mission to honor fellow vets back from the battlefield. We'll be right back.
Promotion.
Erica, you'll start the wall.
I'm with you. I thought it was an L.
It's totally.
This is a Q, and this is an L.
I blame her penmanship.
It was.
To my point, maybe she didn't have enough cursive in school when she was doing it.
I know, but
Taronda.
it looks like a 2.
But that's what it looked like. It was just skinnier.
I blame
It
her
was a
penmanship.
capital Q.
Yeah, I said L too, but clearly.
You know what? Let's just focus on the fact that Cobb set me up to fail. She knew what she was doing. She's got to cheat to win. But as Ebony said, it doesn't matter anyways, because even if you won tomorrow, you still don't beat me.
No, you didn't cheat.
I didn't cheat.
You did not cheat.
She didn't cheat.
I have a question. Do you not sign checks when you do your automatic check deposit? Do you not have to endorse it on the back when you
I
photograph
have to
it?
endorse. Oh, Adam, our cameraman, saying yes.
Yeah, you do, right? You still have to sign it to endorse it.
I don't know if I do.
You're supposed to.
It was a bit of a Hail Mary.
I thought it was good. I thought that was a good Hail Mary.
Well, and come on, don't you want to sign like what you're like when you buy a home?
I think you need. Yes. Look at how our president's signature. He's so proud when he does that.
Oh, it's very
pointy.
It's very pointy. Isn't it short and tall?
Short and tall and pointy.
And pointy. I wonder if we could get an assessment done on what our signatures say about us.
We have like a 4.5 minute.
Oh, here? Oh, let's do that. Let's get someone in.
Let's get
To assess all of them.
I've got 15
That could be
seconds.
scary.
I've got to go.
We're going to do it,
careful.
but thank you, Janet. Good fight. You fought a good fight.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, daytime's only live show talking trending topics in real time. It's time now for Heart Threads, a story that'll make you want to help others. Today we introduce you to a veteran who took it upon himself to honor fellow vets when others did not. Watch this.
This man was inspired by his 3 fathers to build a veterans memorial. After learning his town had virtually no monuments for veterans, Ron Clybourn decided to build one.
They deserve that legacy. I was going to make sure that was going to happen.
Ron's birth father died as a Japanese prisoner in World War II. The dad that raised him fought in Iwo Jima. And his father-in-law is a certified Vietnam War hero. Ron is also a Marine Corps Vietnam veteran. After helping raise $550,000, the military tribute is now a reality.
It just touches my heart and touches my soul every day.
This story reminds me of going to DC with my dad and actually doing the sketching on the wall of all of the men that he served with, who we lost.
In the Vietnam Memorial.
Right.
Maya Lin created that, and she was 21 at the time, and it's an incredible monument, just like this man so proudly did, where you see yourself in the black marble, and you see the names, and it goes on, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And it's there's something there about a memorial, because you can mourn, you can be around the spirit, the energy of those that have passed before you. It's important.
And you feel, I don't know, you just kind of feel less alone, too.
Yes, I agree with you. So.
And he gave something back to his community that's going to be there for a long, long time.
Hopefully forever.
Yeah, God bless that man.
Digital producer Kelly Schubert has news at this moment.
I do. I have news that's just in. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend are pregnant with baby number 2. Yep, so the 31-year-old, she just made the announcement. The model and TV host, she's actually been open about her struggles with infertility, so this is really great news. I don't know the due date yet. I'm still trying to digest the story, but as soon as I know, I'll get back to you guys.
Awesome.
Whoa. That's great.
I was a little nervous when we went over there when I first saw that. I was like, they did not break up.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Sorry, Kelly. Sorry.
Like, no. It was great news for once. Yes.
It's a good story.
And she was cleaning up her act and everything.
Well, yeah, you just started covering this, that she was changing the lifestyle a little bit in order to be prime for
She was prime.
Yeah.
Being prime. I'm not really good at medical terms.
It was a success. It's the great debate. How early is too early for Christmas decorations? It depends on who you ask, but you want to start decorating now. And brand new reports of a multi-million hush money settlement in the Ryan Seacrest scandal. If you're leaving us, you can still watch us live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Back in the digital lounge, and Connor, what do we got trending this hour right now with Rihanna?
Yeah, well, actually, what's trending on Twitter right now is this tweet. It is from _Callie Hobson, and she said that her phone glitched, and on Twitter, it actually swapped the bios for Donald Trump and Rihanna. It already has like 35,000 likes, 12,000 retweets, and it's seriously funny. Donald J. Trump says, @Fenty Beauty is out now. And then Rihanna says 45th president of the United States of America.
Well, I think it's great that maybe Donald's just a strong believer in Rihanna's
makeup
product line. I think that's great. Good. That's great. That's very odd. And Kelly, what's going on with travel?
Yeah, so we know that Thanksgiving is one of the most hectic and stressful travel days. So we have a little bit of hacks to help you just kind of curb this. So if you want your bags to come out first, you actually check in last, because the way that they take them is by checking in.
Right.
Another tip is have a fragile label on your case. It's always going to be on the top of the bags. Those are the first ones that they take off to take to the carousel. So just little things to get ahead. We don't want to stand in lines. We don't want to wait for our bags to go
Now, do you
around.
tie a colored ribbon around your luggage so you can easily identify
I
it
have a
with everything?
luggage tag. Yeah, I know people do colors, but yeah.
Nice.
She's classy.
I feel like Kelly's luggage all has monograms on it.
Exactly, yeah, with all
that's
her
great.
initials.
And, okay, so Brett, the Boring Company is out with
Elon Musk. Yeah, so back in October, Elon Musk tweeted out, "Buy the world's most boring hat," and it's just this hat. It says The Boring Company. It's for his tunneling company and building the Hyperloop. Anyway, he just tweeted out about 20 minutes ago. The hat has made over $300,000 already. People have bought this hat en masse.
Listen,
the world's most boring hat.
I want a Hyperloop, and I want it yesterday, so I would buy a hat.
Buy a hat, fund the Hyperloop. That's
Seriously.
what you get.
Hyperloops, pneumatic tubes to travel in. It's amazing. All right, we'll talk about it.
All right, It's Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers breaking and trending news right when it happens. We are live in the DBL studios, and even though they're working, you can hear them screaming because they're working so hard. Our team is busy tracking the top stories and videos right now and happening at this moment, as well as the top feel-good stories that are trending right now. A big congrats to a little man, Kevin Hart and his wife, Nico Parrish. Early this morning, they welcomed their new son, Kenzo Cash Hart. Kevin tweeted, "God is truly amazing." And Norman, the scooter dog, is feeling the love. Fans have poured nearly $25,000 into a GoFundMe page as he fights cancer. Norman holds 2 world records for being the fastest dog on a scooter and a bike. And last but not least, Pink has just dropped the new video for her song Beautiful Trauma, and it features a dancing Channing Tatum. Ooh, you want to wake up to that? Check it out. All right, Jeff Schroeder, you think you got moves like that?
Feels a little rude.
I don't think I do, Ebony Steele, but thank you for putting me on the spot like that. I appreciate it. Joining me is radio girl Erica Cobb, Biggest Loser trainer Jen Wiederstrom, and pop culture guru Tori Shulman. I'm Jeff Schroeder with no dance moves at all.
None.
Let's get right to it. Right now, a man is buried alive 5 feet underground in a coffin. Before you go into a panic, he does it for a purpose. John Edwards has been underground to bring awareness to the opioid crisis. Just moments ago, he called us live from below. Take a look.
It's my 3rd day. It's very hot, and I'm looking forward to getting out in a couple of hours. I'm a recovered drug addict, and I've been working full-time for the last 26 years with people struggling with heroin and opioid addictions. And I am broken attending so many funerals and having to comfort the families of the people who have died accidentally or an overdose. So I do everything I can to reach them before they die, but it wasn't enough. So I thought about different ideas, and I creatively made a coffin. And this is my 3rd time being buried in the coffin for 3 days. And I bring words of life from the grave to inspire those people who may be suicidal or drug addicted to think about changing their life forever, just like I've done.
I think that was it. But he said some interesting things down there. He's out now, but he actually stayed in because we were live. He stayed in with us just to do that interview. So he's bringing awareness to it, you know?
Yeah, it's called performance art. When you want a message to be sent, you do something crazy enough that it gets on TV. Now we're discussing it.
Got our attention.
Exactly.
And he's been clean 27 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so good on that
Fantastic.
guy. And great on our staff for grabbing that story, too.
Regina,
great story. All right, we're live, so let's go right to digital producer Kelly Schubert with news at the moment.
Yep, the head of Pixar, he is taking a leave of absence after he was accused of making unwanted advances against actress Rashida Jones. You see her here. The Hollywood Reporter says Jones was helping write Toy Story 4 when she apparently quit because of a run-in with John Lasseter. You see him here. Sources say Lasseter apparently admitted to making his whole staff feel, quote, disrespected and uncomfortable before he announced that leave of absence. This is a developing story, so I'm going to keep you updated. Back to you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Lasseter is a foundation at Pixar, so that's huge news. Huge.
Well, I hate to say it, we use this line all the time, but piggybacking off of that, new details at the hour about the woman accusing Ryan Seacrest of inappropriate behavior. TMZ is reporting that she demanded $15 million, which is important. TMZ said that she did, to keep quiet, and that the former stylist and her attorney read a press release to Ryan's team that they would release if they weren't paid. Her lawyer denies making a $15 million claim and says she wanted an apology for the behavior. Ryan denies all her claims.
But if she just wanted an apology, why are we talking about it?
TMZ put that out there, not her or her attorney. So that has to be clear.
And to be honest, there's a strategy there, right? So if Ryan Seacrest set it up to leak to TMZ that she wanted $15 million already, right now, I take her less seriously. So that's when you victimize the victim. And this is a real strategy that people use. So all of a sudden, she doesn't have credibility. She probably might not have asked for a single cent, or she might have asked for 14.9.
That's a good point, because I never thought about that.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, she looks like a money grubber instead of someone that was sexually harassed.
Well, it goes back to the Kevin hard thing when she's like, I wasn't the one asking, that she was the one taking a lot of the heat.
That's right. There's just a lot of open questions in this one. We don't have any details. And again, I'm not saying the victim shouldn't come out, but it's hard when you have a one-way conversation over accusations that are so strong. In court, you get a cross-examination at least.
But ultimately, what's being uncovered is there's been this this normalization of this very poor behavior across the board. Absolutely. At least we're getting to the root of that.
Absolutely. So, absolutely.
Anything, Cobb? We'll move on. We'll move on. A new ad from Gatorade. Let's lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah.
A new ad from Gatorade features a glowing Serena Williams and baby. Take a look.
Baby girl, I won't mind if you play tennis badly. I won't mind if you choose to never pick up a racket. So keep playing, my girl.
But here's the thing. That was a cute video, right?
Yeah.
That's not Serena's baby. It's a 3-month-old stand-in baby. This is how fast things happen in Hollywood. Just stand-ins at 3 months old. On the day of the shoot, the real baby Alexis wasn't feeling good, so they had to supply another baby. I guess so.
Yeah, like a baby on standby.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-month-old.
I don't see. Jen and I were talking about this off air, but why is it important that it wasn't her baby?
I don't know why it wasn't important. Her baby was sick.
Right.
Don't bring it to the set and use another baby.
You know, we still get it. We get it.
The sentiment is the same.
I mean, I've done plenty of ads where it's not my wife or kid in the ad. You know, it's obviously everyone you see on TV that's in a car commercial. That's not their real family, by the way.
I mean, I don't know if you know. I shot an ad where the kid wasn't even the same ethnicity as me, and I was still his mom. So I'm like, you know,
it's the sentiment that matters, yeah. But there is a funny, if you guys want to see, Bradley Cooper in American Sniper is a very famous scene. There's a fake baby. It's not a real baby even. It's a doll, and he like lifts it up, and the doll's like this.
In the crib.
Yeah, in the crib. So YouTube it. It's hilarious.
I remember that, and I watched that.
That's
right.
Most times I'm hoping that it's a doll, the way they handle the poor children.
And that's what let's give Serena props for recognizing her baby didn't feel well. She's like, oh, I don't want to force this.
Absolutely.
That's a good point.
Absolutely.
Let's get the sub.
All right, let's get to this one. This one's for all the early Christmas decoration haters. A psychologist is now saying that putting up your tree and your lights early make you happier. I've been saying that all along. I'm not even a psychologist. Research also shows that decorating the outside of your house makes you seem friendly to your neighbors. And that was yesterday. We took a picture. Obviously, our tree's already up. We put it up the day after Halloween, which is some people really don't like. But listen, it's only 2 months if you think about it. It's 2 months out of the year that I get. I get all November, all December because we take it down the first of the year. Everyone's happier. I get happier seeing the lights in my house. I listen to Christmas music. I'm more giving. I feel like I'm a better person. So why not have it up longer?
Well, there was a great study you and I talked about like vacations, but it's the anticipation of event that when people are the most happy.
That's true.
So why not get up your stuff early enough to enjoy the anticipation of the holiday versus like letting it stretch out to February like I know I do. And I'm like, oh, I gotta finally take this stuff down. Like,
you let it go?
Yeah, yeah.
See, I'm
keep
pretty prompt
I keep the lights up inside like it's college. And I'm like, writing.
I keep them up because it makes me look thinner. You know, like a dimmer light.
Hey, yes.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh, my computer broke.
Like 2 weeks ago, I had to run a bunch of errands, and I was with my girlfriend. We saw Santa. We decided to take a photo with Santa, and then those errands didn't seem like such a big deal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go Christmas.
Go Kris Kringle.
That was weird. Comedian Al Jackson has a new trending story coming in hot.
That was a power to the people fist for Christmas.
Old St. Nick.
Very strange. Now, the monitor wants me to say champagne is coming in hot, but I'm not going to say that because if champagne's hot, you're doing something wrong. This is coming in cold and bubbly. A lot of you guys are going to be sipping champagne on Thanksgiving like you should, but did you know that you might be doing it all wrong? Food and Wine made a list of the biggest mistakes people make while drinking the cold, bubbly stuff. Why don't you take a look? So now that you know how to do it, do me a favor, be fancy and drink some champagne, but always celebrate responsibly. You hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Pinkies up. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Al.
No, all of this is wrong.
I agree with you.
First of all, you're going to put your bottle
in the refrigerator, you should absolutely put it in the little tub and then put ice in it. And if you really need it to get really chilly, you put a little bit of salt in that water, and you just go like this.
It's a good hack.
Nice and cool. And who uses a wine glass as opposed to a flute? I'm not even going to order champagne if I can't drink it out of a flute. I mean, what is the point? Just so you guys know.
I was going to rant a little bit, but I can't. I can't anymore.
Stand up.
You come over to DBL, we'll fill you up as much as you want, and you can use whatever glass you want. Here at DBL, we love to shine the spotlight on people doing incredible things in life. Ebony Steele, what's coming up?
All right, I'll tell you what's coming up, Jeff. We're going to meet a high school principal from unlikely beginnings. He's really going to surprise you. Dr. Akil Ross was always told he was a subpar student, even though he also failed 3rd grade. Find out how he became National Principal of the Year. And up next, I love this segment. My girl Sam, she's going to do her tried and true. Co-host Sam Shocker's 3 mama must-haves that make raising a new baby just a little bit easier. It's all up next on DBL.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now.
Hi guys, it's Brooke in the Daily Blast Live Digital Hub, and I'm getting ready to hand Al Jackson his final coming in hot of the day.
You would hold it for you?
It's about this. It's Stuffing Day, National Stuffing Day.
Oh.
Yeah, so stay tuned. It smells good. I gotta run and brief out. But
I just came over to see if I could have
some. She just wants stuffing.
We have stories. Okay, so I'm trying to find a photo here. Here it goes. Okay, so singer Joe Jonas and actress Sophie Turner, we all know they got engaged about 2 months ago, and now this is trending right now on HollywoodLife.com that they are reportedly already planning a wedding for this December in Europe. So big news. We all know Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, Joe Jonas from DNCE. A lot of people are saying it's a really quick wedding to plan. They're trying to make it secret, a Christmas wedding, but word is out that they are planning it for December. So let us know what you think. Is it too soon to get married if you've only been engaged for a few months? This is trending on HollywoodLife.com. Leo?
So I've got a story that's trending on BuzzFeed about Henry Cavill. You guys might know him as our current Superman. They had to digitally enhance his mustache off for the Justice League movie because he was actually growing one out for Mission Impossible 6. But people are speculating that it looks a little odd. I mean, that just doesn't look like the suits we got in Man of Steel or Batman vs. Superman. Some people are even saying he looks like Shrek from Shrek 2, like the human version, because his jaw is pretty big, but it's very noticeable, and people just kind of chopped it up. Somebody said that it would look great with a mustache, and I agree. I mean, it would be a nice spur-of-the-moment addition to Superman. The mustache looks good, and the muscles look good, too, so it would look great. What do you think? Mustache soups? Superman with mustache?
Hard pass.
Hard
a
pass?
hard no.
Look
First
at
of all,
this.
it's going to make him less fast aerodynamically as he flies through the air because of the wind resistance. Also, I don't want my Superman to look like Chester the Molester.
I just think it looks fancy. A mustache would be a nice addition. The dude already has some chest hair. I think it would add a nice touch. Let us know what you think.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking the breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now for Sam's Tried and True. New products to help new moms like Sam Shocker. And here to help her out is dad of 3 himself, comedian Al Jackson. Take it away, Ren.
Thanks, Erica. And yes, I too am blown away by my girl, my friend, Sam Shocker. Now, you guys know she's the host of the show, but did you know something more important? She just had a baby. Yes, she juggles all these things because she's a flat-out superwoman. Sam, how do you do it?
I don't know about that, Al. Thank you. These are some of my mommy must-haves, and today I have 3 mommy must-haves that have completely changed my life. No joke, changed my life.
You have 3, so just start with the first one. What's the first?
Okay, so the first one is the Sleep Easy Solution, and this is from Jennifer Waldberger and Jill Spivak, and this book has saved my marriage.
Yes.
So it sleep trains your baby in a gentle form. Sophie used to go from, no joke, me rocking her all night, like this. My husband and I fighting, no you take her, no you took her, your turn, your turn, your turn, to her sleeping, homegirl sleeps 7 to 7, 12 hours.
Sam, you remember?
Yes, thank you. You saved my life.
I've had the privilege of knowing you before and after this book, and I told you, because my wife and I went through the same thing, I called it international waters, because you guys say such horrible things to each other because you're both so sleep deprived.
Yes.
So like I see the difference in you now. You're telling me Sophie's sleeping 7 to 7, which should be illegal. A lot of parents are gonna hate you for that. I don't know if we should say that, but it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Parents can have this too. In fact, I have a little home video. Take a look. All right, I just put her down. Let's see, and you put them down awake, which was unheard of to me because she used to always cry. But look at that, see? Literally 10 seconds later, she has her thumb in her mouth. She's either asleep or trying to go to sleep, but no tears. How amazing is that? Don't joke. 5 seconds later. So everybody needs to get this book. I promise you, it'll change your life. And these are not paid endorsements. These are tried and true products. Yes.
Okay, so that's number 1. Let's go to number 2.
Okay, so number 2 right now, Sophie is teething, and I've tried everything, the Oragel, some other gel things, the teething rings. These have worked. She'll be fussy. She'll be crying. I will squirt this in her mouth. It's all natural. These are all natural. It's like chamomile tea and herbs. We forget that herbs are medicinal. And within moments, she starts to calm down.
Okay, I get fussy and I get cry too.
Okay, then maybe
Can I
you should
try?
try it. Try it. Ready? You have to suckle it. Suckle it, Al. What do you think?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It tastes like water and a little chamomile tea. Let's get to the third thing.
No sugar.
I'm loving that.
Okay, so to those of you out there right now that are pregnant, in fact, I still use this pregnancy pillow today.
I'm not pregnant.
This is the BB Hug Me. Tori is not pregnant, and the BB Hug Me was invented by 2 women that are moms and chiropractors. This hugs your body in all the right places. If you're pregnant, your belly would go over this part, and no joke, I still use this pillow today. My husband tries to steal it. The animals try and steal it. This is a life changer.
Everyone's trying to steal it.
Life changer.
Thanks, Sam. The links to all 3 of Sam's tried and true items can be found on our website and our Facebook page.
Yes. And thank you, Al. Now, I want to hear from you. Send me your tried and true ideas, tips, and products that you can't live without. I need you guys. Let's create a mommy and daddy network.
Pop culture guru Torian Showman with a new trending story coming in hot in that all blue.
Yeah, sounded real smooth on that one, transition. Nice job. Didn't know my name either. Stuffing is coming in hot, not because Thanksgiving is in 2 days, but because today is National Stuffing Day! Yes, it's the day to celebrate mixing a bunch of ingredients together and stuffing it into a giant bird. It's normally made with bits of bread, onion, celery, and other herbs and spices. Some people get fancy. They add sausage, oysters, or dried fruit to their recipe. So everyone thinks their family recipe is the best, but we want to know how you make your stuffing special. Post your recipe on our Facebook page using the hashtag National Stuffing Day. Brooke, thank you. I've already eaten half of this in commercial break, and now we're going to go up to the host and deliver some stuffing. Yes. Al, back to you.
All right, Daily Blast Lives loves your viral videos. Ebony, do me a favor, tell me what our DBL Nation is sharing right this second.
I will do you that favor, Al, but you already know our DBL Nation is sharing all of the best viral videos, and we want you to upload yours too. Like this one. If you've got a soft spot for siblings, watch this. Okay, this is a little sister who can't wait for her brother to get home from school. If you've got a viral video, send it to us. All you have to do is go to dailyblastlive.com. And next, he went from failing grades to fostering academic success in others. We talk live to the National Principal of the Year. It's up next.
I'm waiting for a commercial. All right.
Really? We're losing it.
Jen has some fun stuffing facts.
I have fun stuffing
Jen.
facts. So we're actually talking a commercial at Brooke as well. Brooke? So, Brooke.
When it comes down to our last hour,
Brooke
it's
in the
like
break.
it's over. Al doesn't even know your name.
He was like, Tori someone?
Tori
so you step off and
someone.
the food's flying out of your
So
face.
tell me your fun fact. It's good, it's
So this is a good tip. So my mother always used to, when she would make the bird, you know, obviously traditionally the stuffing goes in and it roasts with the turkey itself. But the bread actually takes moisture from the bird and pulls it into the stuffing, drying out the bird. So maybe the stuffing's delicious, but your bird's kind of screwed. So essentially, what you start doing is she'll put like the onions and some of the vegetables and the herbs in the turkey, but on a separate pan, you put the bread. She'll use some of this like fennel sausage and do everything in a separate sheet. So the stuffing no longer comes from inside the bird. So the stuffing's delicious and the bird is not dry.
Both are moist.
Yeah, because then how many times you cut this turkey, you're like, where's the gravy? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Although another fun fact, when I go to my cousin,
Yeah, I love that.
Chevy. Oh God, I love them. But my cousins out in Laguna, they always take about a half bottle to 3/4 of a bottle of like a Chardonnay or Pinot Grigio and inject it into the bird.
in Laguna.
Yeah, well, my cousin.
And they get Chardonnay.
And the turkey's all drunk and casually ready.
Well, technically the
And they make a turkey, but eat it because we just eat lobster.
Oh yeah, no. The turkey's just like a centerpiece, and you just for the aromatherapy of it. When I'm there, I always wear a jacket because it gets cold.
The jacket's really good. Notice how they're all talking as I just finish the plate of stuff.
When you live on the ocean, you definitely need a jacket.
Always a jacket, because the ocean air is really
Is it the marine layer?
I love this.
I think it's
We always, I don't know why, I always say jacket.
I don't know why jacket sticks out to us. And then I sound a little like Hans and Franz.
It's Martin Short from
Father of the Bride.
yeah.
Anyway, but the alcohol does burn off, and it keeps your bird hydrated.
Where are you going for? Are you going?
I'm going to see Kelsey, my best friend from college, up in Minnesota.
We love you, Kelsey.
Oh, nice, in Minnesota.
I don't think it's cold enough to ice fish, but we're definitely being outside. Like she's like, bring your winter coat. I'm like, oh, is it really cold? She's like, no, we're gonna be outside drinking. I'm like,
Winter
oh.
sport.
That's
winter
fun.
sport.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Very
so
cool.
Gonna get into some fun up north.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
You're staying?
I'm staying, and I'm gonna have dinner Thanksgiving with Sam and Mark and Al and me and my husband.
Oh,
And we're
that's
gonna tape a
nice.
little bit of it so you guys can see it's a Friendsgiving.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you gonna
share
make
it with
anything?
us.
Hell no, we're going to a restaurant.
Do you want me to take your stuffing?
I guess.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we have a
supposed to
show to
switch.
do.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, Daytime's only live show with the top trending and breaking news that's happening now. Time now for the extra shot. It's the story that made you say, give me another round, since it's so uplifting. Today, an all-F student who would go on to become an award-winning principal. The best principal in the country was once a failing student. That's right, Dr. Akil Ross not only flunked the 3rd grade, he also tried to doctor up his report card before taking it home. Little did he know, that same failing student would go on to be the National High School Principal of the Year. Now, Dr. Ross shares his story with struggling students. His lesson is simple. Stay focused and pay attention to detail.
We're here to help kids academically, but it's also a balance between mind, body, and spirit.
And it's working. Since joining Chapin High School in South Carolina, the graduation rate has increased to 96%, ensuring a better future for every student. Here at DBL to have Dr. Ross, who's joining us from South Carolina. Hello, Dr. Ross.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're so glad to have you, and I'm going to jump right in. Was there a person who inspired you? Because you don't hear of this much, and how are you using that to inspire your own students today?
I was inspired most by my grandfather. He was a sharecropper from North Carolina. And with little education, he made his way to live in a very prominent section of Washington, D.C. So I knew having a growth mindset was all that you needed to be successful.
Amazing. I have to tell you, both my parents are principals, so I have such a high level of respect for you. I understand what the job takes and what a difference you do make. But I wanted to ask you, what stands out to you over all these years as one of the most important things that you do try to teach your students?
You want to know that inside of each kid there's a gift, and there's no curriculum that can be tailored to any one student. But if you can touch that gift and make that gift their own, and show them how to give it to the world, then we're truly educating our kids.
Wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing. You also just won Principal of the Year. Congratulations on that. What do you think sets you apart from other leaders in your field?
Well, I don't think of this award as a hierarchy of the best versus the least. I think it as a circle of professionals. And right now, I'm just one part of that circle that's being highlighted. And it's my job this year to tell that story. And our story is that each child has a passion, and that if we can make each passion beat, what an amazing school you will have.
And humble, too.
Yeah, unbelievable.
We've all heard and know that knowledge is power, but not only are you doing that, you are empowering others. So thank you, Dr. Akil Ross, for being such an inspiration to children and adults, and for joining us today.
Absolutely. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment.
The Eagles just announced they will tour again next year. The stadium tour will be done with Glenn Frey's son Deacon as part of the lineup. Fry? Yeah. It's Fry, thank you. Glenn, who was one of the founding members, died last year. Jimmy Buffett, James Taylor, and Chris Stapleton will open for the Eagles on select dates of the tour. Now, we posted the dates on our social media pages, and there is a Denver date for you, Tori. Yeah. Back to you.
Raquel, and our staff, just like Raquel, is busy tracking the stories that are trending and that you're sharing. Like this one from the Cleveland Zoo. The zoo just welcomed 3 otter pups. Yay! And the zoo vets say the trio are getting bigger and stronger and should join their parents in the rainforest exhibit soon. Look at your little boo-boo.
He ought to be bigger than that.
Hey guys, Connor Ashley. We're hanging out in the Digital Lounge, tracking the trending stories that you guys are talking about right now. First up, we have this story. So Kanye West is trending again. His Yeezy Nike Air, his Nike Air Yeezys right now, they were super popular back in about 2008. Well, these are the demo that was first created that he wore at the 2008 Grammys. These have just sold for $100,000. This pair of shoes, a used pair of shoes. It was the first one ever made. The design changed a little bit. It had, glow-in-the-dark features and things like that. So it did evolve to what the popular one is now today. But this is the first of its kind, and it sold, like I said, for $100,000. Pretty crazy. Alrighty, Kelly Great Guy, I think she has a great story coming up.
Yeah, hey guys, it's Kelly in the Digital Lounge. So, pancake lovers rejoice because IHOP is rolling out a mobile delivery operation. So it's only going to be available in select cities for right now. They're testing it on their app, which they call IHOP and Go. So you can actually order on the mobile app your own stack of pancakes delivered right to you. And it's actually through the Amazon DoorDash app. So if you want to check this out, first make sure that it's in your operating city and let us know. I'm going to see if it's good to go. Off to Brett. Don't ask me questions.
I want pancakes delivered. Okay, real quick. Sacha Baron Cohen has offered to pay the fines in Kazakhstan for these Czech tourists that were caught wearing mankinis similar to his Borat character. And so he posted this out just asking for proof that it's him, and he will pay their $67 fine. That's it. See you guys later.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, everybody. Let's take a look at some funny moments from the show.
Uh-oh. I know.
Cobb wiped us out. You wiped us out on there. I think we have another video.
So competitive. Okay,
Okay.
so to those of you out there right now that are pregnant,
I'm not pregnant.
I'm not pregnant.
And I believe we have one video, one still. Let's see if we have a picture.
Oh, there's
The llama!
What are we doing?
All right, guys, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my wife. I love you. The stories never stop. We don't either. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Keep the conversation.